Alrighty, folks. Welcome to the Whitfield Report 2020 Debate Aftershow. And let's try something a little bit different here tonight, shall we? I got a new call-in line through Google Voice. So let's try this out, shall we? I want to hear your thoughts on the debate. So if you'd like to call in, the number is pinned in the YouTube comment. But that number is... let me find it. 941-212-0279. Again, that number is 941-212-0279 if you want to call in. Or we have, well, technically, Johnny, I'm not on Discord. My evil twin brother is on Discord, but you can call that evil twin and do that. Yep. So anyway, I didn't catch the first part of the debate, but from what I gather, I didn't miss much. Other than the fact that the debate moderator seemed to completely be in the pocket of Joe Biden. So that's basically 3 for 3 now on the moderators, but I'm not that surprised. And, there's no way in hell we're going to have a fourth debate where Joe Rogan mods. Not happening. Especially now with today's, breaking news in the JRE universe that, I guess young Jamie has cancer, or no, young Jamie doesn't have cancer. He has coronavirus, though. So that means that I guess Kanye might not be going on JRE tomorrow. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm bringing that up. Just to say that, yeah, I don't think Joe Rogan is going to be moderating a fourth debate like some people are hoping. I think Trump won the debate. He brought up some facts. I mean, he cinched it for me with bringing up the 1994 crime bill right there at the end. And you heard Biden say, "Oh God, here we go again." Kind of rolling his eyes. He's dismissive of that whole thing. He'd like to even forget that happened. But yeah. Anyway, let me hop in here into my not Discord for the Whitfield Report and hop into one of the voice channels for those of you who want to talk to me in the Discord. Oh, and by the way, folks, if you would like to join the Whitfield Report Discord, that is part of a package deal, ladies and gentlemen, where you can subscribe to my Patreon, and at the $3 level or above, not only do you get my new exclusive podcast, but you also get exclusive Patreon access to my Discord. There are other members in there, longtime savages who have been grandfathered in. But for the general public, in order to get into the Discord, you have to first subscribe via Patreon. And like I said, I'm doing more of like a non-political freeform podcast on Patreon with the Savage Express, which actually that launched today, the Savage Express. So I know I've been plugging it on social media and everywhere else. But for those of you who are interested, there it is for you guys. Patreon.com/Whitfield Report. Sign up today for $1 if you just want to support the show. That's the bare minimum. You're not going to get anything. $3 if you want access to the podcast and to the Discord, and then the tiers go up from there. Alrighty. That's enough shilling on my end. But, well, first off, just polling the chat. How many of you guys have already voted? Either by mail-in vote, which is kind of idiotic, or how many of you actually went and dropped off your ballot already? I did. That is exactly what I did. Yep, Johnny Arcade says he voted already. And I know we have the D Live, so I should be able to see the D Live comments in here as well. Let's see. Point being, I think a lot of people have already voted. Already. They've already made their decision. So I think this debate was certainly interesting. I think people already voted. So we just have to wait and see what the results were. Obviously, there's fraud that's going to play a part in this. And it'll be interesting to see what the Dems do with the debate. Now, the whole thing with Hunter Biden's laptop, I'll probably cover that on Saturday when I've got the Gamma with me. But notice how Joe Biden was very quick to jump on the whole Russiagate thing and relate to that is supposedly another Russian hoax going on. Very interesting how he immediately jumped on that without warning. It's almost like Biden doesn't want his son's involvement being found out. Yeah. Fat Cat Boy says, so Trump won in Baked Alaska is still an out of control piece of shit. Am I in Discord? Yeah. Yeah, Gamma, I am in the on-air. Well, technically I am not on Discord, and I am not on the on-air hotline. Um, but oh, there's the Gamma.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Just soaking in the that last debate. I think Trump won, but um,
I, Go
but
ahead.
I mean, we like I said, I think Trump won the debate, but at this point, I guess what I have to ask is, uh, does the debate really matter? Because everyone I know has already voted. So
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It was one of just judging purely aesthetically, because that's what I do. That's one of the things I'm here for. Uh, like, Trump. It was very off-putting at first. I had to switch around some live streams when it first started because the first couple that I was watching were all skippy. The audio was all skippy. But Trump actually, it almost sounded like he had a fucking shake, like a quiver to his voice, like he was kind of like he just sounded really sheepish. I mean, and he warmed up a little bit, but I mean, I don't think it does not serve him very well to play their game that strictly. Like he's got to bust out of their little walls, their constraints, which I mean, he still kind of did, but the moderator also did a better job than that fucking last idiot. Was that Chris Wallace? Was that what he was?
yeah,
Yeah, she did better than Chris Wallace, but she seemed to not be so amped up on her bias, like Chris Wallace was. Like, shut up, Mr. President. We need to go to the VP. You know what I mean? She was all right. 10 seconds. All right, 10 more seconds. All right, another. You know what I mean? So it was a little more tolerable in that sense. But I think that's what the moderate. Now, you asked just a second ago, uh, who who these debates matter to, and something I was going to talk about this Saturday, but we can talk about now, at least briefly, is the most recent addition to my name added to the most recent addition of my name on the enemy list of people that have been both my family and friends for, well, my whole life. In this case, my mother just recently. Um, she's gone harder than my fucking crazy liberal friend that I always bring up. And she's even less coherent about this shit. And she hasn't voted because she buys all this COVID shit. And her husband, her fat fuck husband, is diabetic and sits and watches CNN all day. So I've been at war with my mother. She's literally, I've got messages that I'm willing to share the public. No reason to, but it's fascinating to me that my mother is telling me that she's going to disown me and actively try to hurt me because I don't support her hatred of the goddamn president of the fucking United States. I can argue through tooth and fucking nail that I don't agree with everything that comes out of the dude's mouth. That's not the point. But yeah, it's very frustrating. I was doing this just before I jumped on here. It's 10 o'clock at night. She's fucking 60-something years old. Should probably be asleep, and she's arguing with me about the debates and Trump's demeanor. Not about the content or about what's being said or the implications, but look at how much of a bully he is.
and she's saying she's going to disown you because you voted for the president.
Oh well, no. Okay. Let me put it into more verbatim. Uh, she didn't say that she wanted to disown me. She has actively disowned my other siblings, my other living siblings, of which there are only two at this point. Um, I'm the only one that's left in her fucked up mind because I'm the only one that, to this point, has held off on calling her fully out on her crazy in many ways. But she said when we were talking earlier that she can't wait to die and be reborn so she can have no children, no men, only pets, animals, cats and dogs. Uh, she genuinely expressed genuine um, disdain for her existence on this planet because of her children. Basically, I mean that's what it. Because again, the one left that's not actively calling her on her bullshit every time she spews it is now finally sick of the bullshit. And I mean, if honestly, she can do whatever the fuck she wants. She's my mom, and I care about her. But short of her trying to impose her will on me, which is how this all started, she's trying to shame me for not wearing a mask. And then it spiraled from there. She just, she legitimately has expressed that she's not talking to me, but she's just spamming me with stupid fucking articles and videos of, oh look, this is Trump's Politico. Is Trump mentally ill? So and so former GOP candidate runner says this Trump's campaign is the worst he's ever seen, and all this nonsense, and it means nothing. It literally means nothing. But I can't convince her of that. So, but the point for all of that ranting, other than getting it onto the internet for everyone to hear, is that neither of them have voted at this point. And that was kind of my motivation for being like, well, wait. At first, I'm like, well, wait, Mom, look at this. Like, don't you think this is important? Like, can you ignore? Can you just not watch TV and look at the shit on paper? Look at your fucking tax return. Look at the next generation of kids. Look at the unemployment. I mean, all these, again, all the things we talk about regularly. But none of it matters, man. It's worse. I didn't think it could be any worse than my friend, who, by comparison, is incredibly civil to talk to about these things. He was making me bang my fucking head against the wall previously, and now I long for those arguments because at least he could be like, yeah, you know what, you got a point there. But I mean, it's full Trump derangement syndrome like I have never ever experienced, and this is my own. I came out of that vagina. Her blood runs through me, so I may be compromised. Sam, you may have to execute me.
Well, Jesus! No wonder you're a gamma. You came from a gamma woman. It sounds like.
There's no sociosexual hierarchy in women, Sam, because women are below men, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, well, what? I mean, who knows? The Kurgan or whatever his name is, more decent fellow than Vox, I will say. We'll have to see what he says about that. But at any rate, but it seems like
Yeah. So
it seems like your mom, even though she hasn't voted, it seems like she's already made up her mind about
absolutely,
which
100%. Again,
which is kind
go.
of which again though that kind of brings me to my point. Even though some people haven't voted, it kind of seems like everyone has made up their mind at this point. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah. You're 100%, dude. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know anyone, particularly this election season, who is just like, oh, geez, both candidates have such, good positions, or on the flip side, they're both so terrible. I can't decide, which one I'm going to rather vote for. It's not like that this time. I feel like even if people haven't
Yeah.
voted, they've drawn their lines in the sand a lot more, which I think is maybe part of the fucking problem. Because
Absolutely. Right
because
on the nose, dude.
because once you draw those lines, and I mean conservatives are just as guilty of this too. It's fucking hard to you know for people to let go of those lines. So
Well, and no, I mean, you hit it right on the nose because it's funny. My mom over the last few days has said to me at least 3 times off the top of my head that I can count that she's been like, I, I'm not going to change your mind any more than you're going to change my mind. And I'm like, first of all, I actually really wasn't trying to change her mind. I mean, I guess subconsciously I was, but it was more like she fucking attacked me and started trying to shame me for like with all this fake COVID shit, like because her husband's son contracted the virus, and she's like, "Oh, just this is just a forewarning. I saw you a few days ago, and we were with him like the day prior, and he doesn't wear his mask, just like you weren't wearing your mask." And all I responded with was, "Thanks, LOL. I'm sure everyone will be fine." And that's where all this started, because I mean, the evidence shows that everyone will fucking be fine. He is younger than me. He's like fucking 28 or something, and he has no underlying health conditions. He's a healthy fucking young man. Um, he'll get this fucking virus. He'll get sick for a little bit, and odds are he's gonna be fine. And I
Try,
told, I mean, eventually I told her that I hope he fucking laughs in her face because she's like, I told him the same thing, and now look at him, fucking punk ass. Like, I hope in a week, I can't wait for in a week when he comes out of this fucking shit and he laughs in your face like the goddamn Joker. And I hope he spits on you a little bit too, just out of disrespect, because that's fucking, it's insane, man. It's insane. This is my own mother, and I love her. I'm not, if someone spit on my mom in front of me, I'd beat the fuck out of him. But I'm just saying, the visual, the cartoonish image in my head of being like, yeah, I told you that it's not a big deal, and you didn't need to fucking act like you needed to hole up in your house and lock yourselves off from the world. And here I am, I got it, and I'm fine. Ha ha ha! I told you, it's not that big of a deal. You know, maybe I went a little far with that, but yeah. I mean, you're right though, dude. There's no change in anyone's mind. I like to think of myself as a pretty open-minded person, and I play the devil's advocate more often than I should in a lot of cases. I did so last night on the GSK review Hugbox crossover with the whole Amy thing. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I don't see anything that could. There's nothing that could change my mind if I hadn't already voted at this point. And there's really nothing that can change my opinion is solidly formed. I mean, I've assessed all the evidence, and it's clear to me, just like seems to be for everyone else, which is a dangerous place to be, because we're right, but they think they're right. We think we're right. They think they're right. And there's literally no middle ground right now. There's less middle ground than I've ever seen, politically speaking.
yeah, no, there is absolutely no middle ground anymore. By the way, I have to interrupt real quick because Dictator Phil, as he shall always be properly called, just sent out a tweet on Twitter saying that Caitlin Bennett should take a ride in my chariot. And to that I would say, fuck you, Phil. I don't want her shitting and soiling herself in my chariot. Do you know how? I have leather seats. I have leather seating on that chariot. I don't want to have to clean that shit up.
Human leather from his fallen enemies.
Shh, shh. You're not
Sorry,
that you weren't supposed to tell the people, Apex. Now everyone knows.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
Nah, no, bro. Some someone is going to take that literally though. That's the funny thing, is someone isn't going to realize that this is partially a comedy podcast, and Uh, but
Yeah.
but but anyway, no. Getting back to the debate and just the election, I at this point, man. I mean, I thought that Trump brought up some good points. He brought up the 1994 crime bill at the end with, you know, Biden basically writing that thing. And, Biden was very dismissive of that. And obviously to the politicos, like, like myself and, you too, even to some extent, because you pay more attention to this stuff than the average Joe does, that meant something. But to the average, Joe at home, they have no idea what Trump was talking about. Especially if like they're on my age. If you're in your 20s and you were born around the time that crime bill was written, you have no idea what the heck Trump is talking about. So
Yeah, right. Uh, and I mean, it's just like the race realism thing. Like, there's still people now who are like, "What the fuck is race realism?" Or not race realism. Not fucking the what the fuck the the race training. What the fuck is it called, Sam? Fucking race realism. What the fuck is wrong with me? Um,
oh
the
the critical race theory shit.
critical race theory. That's what it was. Critical race theory. Yeah, yeah. Like just like that. That's a hugely prominent thing in our culture, in our industry, in our government. It's pervasive as fuck, and nobody knows what the fuck it is. It's just like, I mean, the crime bill, I think, is a little more. I mean, even fucking Kamala hit Joe on the crime bill in the Democratic debates, didn't he? Or didn't she? He, she, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, that should be fairly fresh on people's memories.
Oh, but that's the thing, Apex. We live in the era of reality TV and the internet. People have extremely short attention spans. And yes, I'm saying that as I'm simultaneously talking to you and sending a snarky uh, tweet reply to Dictator Phil, but my point st- my point still fucking stands. God damn it. So, uh,
I'll co-sign
but
that.
but yeah, man. I mean, look, I hope Trump wins. And I'm trying to be cautiously optimistic, but I can't say for certain. I can't say for certain. Now, to be fair, I thought that Trump would lose um, last time. That victory of his kind of defied all logic, which was the fucking beauty of it. Um, but you know, who knows what's gonna happen now? The one thing I will say though is you're gonna laugh your ass off at this, but Ben Shapiro, the former leader of the Never Trumpers, sent out a newsletter today, and it was like a long ass letter basically saying I was never Trump, but I'm voting for him now because I was wrong. I mean, and he's actually one of the best presidents of my lifetime. And while I appreciate the fact that he's come around, that's kind of like a no. That's kind of like a gee, you think type of thing. I mean, I've been saying that Trump was my guy since it came down between him and Ted Cruz. And I was never Trump. That's
Yeah.
that's that's basically how I got kicked out of the political establishment was um, I had friends who were, kind of who were kind of like mainstream conservatives, and they went never Trump. And I said I wasn't going to do that, and I got kicked out of a couple of college blogs and, lost a big core of my audience, but I started over, and now I'm kind of do like a hybrid of, politics, comedy, and whatever, I guess, locale hunting. Now, whatever the Whitfield report has turned into, that's what we're doing, and I don't really regret it because politicians basically are locales at the end of the day. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
and even and Trump maybe even himself to a certain extent, but I feel like he leans into it a lot more if he has to. He doesn't give a fuck, and he's I will say out of all the presidents in my lifetime, he's been the fucking best. Granted, I'm only 25 years old, but you know. So
Yeah, right.
my opinion might not count for shit, and I know that you're also pretty young, so in some people's minds, your opinion might not count. But as far as our lifetime goes, Trump's been the best, in my opinion.
No doubt. That's the main angle that I keep hitting my mother with when I do talk to her about this shit. I'm like, look, just ignore the shit that comes out of his mouth and just look at what he's done on paper by the accounts of all of your favorite outlets. You gotta fucking dig for it. But I mean, even the New York Times had that list. Excuse me, it was a few weeks ago. But it was like a list of 100 fact checking 100 supposed accomplishments by the Trump administration. And I clicked on it and I started reading it thinking, okay, here we go. Like it's going to be a hit piece. And they definitely try. There was definitely, oh, sorry, there was definitely some of that in there. But it was more like they went over 100 things that he and his followers, his fans, supporters have claimed he's done and accomplished, and there was like three on this list of 100 that were like, nope, that's blatantly not true. And there were little things like, I mean, I've ultimately not that impactful on the grand scheme of things. Like you go down this list and it's just a fucking home run, fucking. And the way they break it down is like, well, Trump takes credit for this, but it was bipartisan and blah 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 blah. But when you look into a lot of them, it's like it was pushed by the administration, and yes, it was done bipartisanly, ultimately because it has to be, in a lot of these cases. But it was pushed by Trump and his administration. So they do try to take away from him within that article, but I can't even get her to read half this shit. So
I feel that completely with members of my family, as we've talked off air. I mean, some of my family members are a little bit better, but what's weird to me is I've been I've been podcasting since I was 14, and I've been into politics for longer than that, even in general. So, I was a bit like a nerd that way when I was a kid. And so it was baffling to me when I would have liberal, family members back in like 2015, 2016 being like, how can you vote for Trump? Like, I don't get how could you, Sam, Whitfield, you decent, nice, loving, honorable person, vote for someone, so evil like Trump. And it's like, first off,
so, right, yeah.
And it's like, first off, Trump is not the boogeyman, that you think he is. Second off, do you guys know me? Are you really not surprised that, that I'm voting for Trump? I'm the outspoken right winger of the family. How are you guys shocked by this? It
Johnny.
Yeah, ma.
What's up, man?
faggot.
There we go.
Oh, hey John. Hey Johnny, are we gonna go room whack now?
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I forgot to ask you if you wanted the password to the OnlyFans I set up in your name.
Ooh, shit.
Wait, what?
I've been
Feet pics for days, bro.
2 months, homie.
How much money have we made? So,
Well, there ain't no pictures, Sam. Come on.
We
did.
You didn't make it.
Well, if you wanted the password, you could post some pictures.
How much money have you made off my name? That explains why no one but Syria has signed up for the Patreon yet. So,
homeboy. Not enough. I need you to log in and toss up some dick pics.
Yeah, man. Some dick and feet pics, like in the same pic. If we can make that happen, might need a cameraman.
well, if Eliza might be able to help with the feet pics. I know that for sure. So,
She does have a hefty folder.
yeah, but to be fair, she has feet pics of all of us. I'm pretty sure she even has Semper's feet pics. So, but
I got a question for you.
yeah.
Have you heard about this Joe Biden guy who's running for president?
You mean the guy? You mean the guy who was having bouts of dementia for God knows how long, and then tonight someone pumped him full of drugs, and he seemed like he was speaking somewhat normally. That Joe Biden?
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah,
Did you know that his son is a child molester?
I did. His son was a meth addict and an alleged child molester, but I didn't know he actually was a child molester.
Yeah, I confirmed it. You don't need to check into it. I've confirmed it twice, actually.
You don't even bother. It's confirmed. Johnny Arcade exclusive right here. We got it.
Reliable sources.
Well, at this point, Johnny, I would take the word of QAnon over the mainstream media, and you're certainly more reliable than Q. So,
did you also know that Joe Biden was getting nickels shoved up his asshole by China?
Well, geez, that's why Owen is going to vote for Biden then, and I.
Well, but I was just thinking right about now would be a great time to release all the old Owen clips of him ranting and raving about Hillary.
Yeah, I actually found one of my old streams that I took down where I played all that. That's on my BitChute channel. I'm thinking of re-downloading that and reposting on YouTube because, yeah, I found all that old stuff yesterday of what Owen was pining over Biden. I mean, I guarantee you, I don't think Owen is going to vote in this election because I'm not even sure if Owen knows what planet he's on these days. But if he does, I think he's going to take a Richard Spencer route and pull the lever for Biden just out of spite, most likely, or because they're both
I mean,
leftists.
I watched an interview or a debate or some shit with Spencer, and I think it was a debate between him and Sticks. And Spencer was like, Joe Biden called them super predators, bro. Of course I'm gonna vote for him. I'm like, well, there you go. Well, there you fucking go.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
and Jolly and our dear boy Jolly likes to say that he's the biggest racist, but Jolly, I'm sorry, the biggest racist. You're not it, buddy. That's the guy running for president of the United States whose son is addicted to meth, rapes children, and has probably done a whole bunch of other heinous shit.
Well, now I don't know because old old corn pop Joe there may be incredibly racist, but he's sneaky. You know, he's not a listen. There's a meme out there. This like with like a lefty being like, "Of course I'm not racist. Ask my black friend," and they're like bowing to a colored person. And then the panel underneath that is like, "Of course I'm fucking racist. Ask my black friend." And that's I lost my point because I was trying to remember that meme. Somebody say something.
You need to smoke.
Did you see that Bob Ulinsky fucking press conference?
No, but I did see the Lori Lightfoot in Chicago. But tell me about yours first.
Fuck Lori Lightfoot. I'm talking about Bob.
Yeah, for sure.
Bob, not it's Tony. I keep wanting to call him Bob Ulinsky, but it's Tony Bob Ulinsky. Tony Bob Ulinsky.
Tony Bob Ulinsky? Who the fuck is that?
Yes. So Tony Bob Ulinsky is an ex-partner of Hunter Biden.
Oh, okay. He's in jail, right? In prison?
No. Tony Bob Ulinsky is a free man. Tony Bob Ulinsky was brought to the debate tonight by President Trump. Prior to the debate, Tony Bob Ulinsky came out and did a press conference and threw Biden and his entire goddamn family under the fucking bus.
That's right.
And then he drove that shit in a fucking figure eight over him. He said,
"That's right."
He said, "The big guy, that's Joe, undeniably. H, that's Hunter, undeniably. I personally saw Joe accept money from China. I personally saw all this shit, blah, blah, blah." Dude, it was like a 7-minute press conference that was just like a fucking nuke dropped on Joe. Just a fucking nuke.
And nobody in the real world knows a fucking thing about it.
No, only Fox and Breitbart covered it.
Well, right, and even exactly. So it's funny because I was at the one of my local drinking holes earlier yesterday, actually, and there was a handful of older farmers and shit in there, and the news was on, and actually it was today, and it was during that Lori Lightfoot conference because I'm relatively close to the Chicago area, and she was talking about first of all, I cannot get over the interpretive motherfucking dancers that these politicians now have doing the sign language for them. They all look like failed drama class kids. But the way they interpretive dance, it's fucking distracting as fuck. I can't even pay attention to what's being spoken.
My favorite part is when you get a really angry one and they have a mean look on their face while they're doing gang signs and shit.
My favorite, dude. My favorite. Before I forget, they started with one interpreter, a younger dude that again looked like the stereotypical fucking drama class fucking nerd, pasty, pale, long, reddish fucking, and he was very animated and shit. And then someone else came up, and a different interpreter came up. And then the next person was the Hispanic lady who spoke the Spanish. And the interpreter stood there like a fucking Halloween prop. He literally looked, I mean, this dude's probably fucking 65 years old trying to pull off a 30, 25-year-old haircut. And his face all sunken. And he stood there with his hand over his crotch. Well, this Mexican lady spoke Spanish, and he was incapable of interpreting it via sign language because Mexicans don't fucking, there's no deaf Mexicans. They don't need sign language.
Wow, that is fucking racist.
It was amazing. And this went on for 5 minutes. I couldn't, I'm trying to find the video, but I can't find local news on YouTube for some reason. But besides that.
Hey, I got a question for you, bud.
Go ahead.
Is sign language different? Is sign language different in different languages? So do they have like Spanish sign language?
That's a good question. I actually don't know the answer to that.
I think from what I remember learning in school, I never took sign language, but from what I understand, I think there is, but I could be wrong.
Or do you deaf people all speak the same fucking language?
I feel like they speak. I feel like I don't know. I feel like sign language. Yeah, I feel like sign language is universal. I feel like it may not be as of now. Maybe that's why.
Well, Alan.
Yeah, like taco is the same in every fucking country.
Well,
in sign language.
Well, I mean, if you can like spell out letters, I mean, I don't know, man. That's a good fucking question, Johnny.
Well, Alan Powell, the greatest troll to ever live, says in the chat there is American sign language, so that's a good point. That may mean that there's like.
Okay, so there is different versions.
Yeah, and that's right. There.
I feel like with the three of us sitting here yapping into our devices, we could pull up fucking Google, type in, is there different languages of sign language? But
Gabe,
I mean,
Gabe just verified that there is.
Okay, good. All right. So
it's just like dogs. It's just like dogs, bro. Mexican dogs bark in Spanish. Same fucking concept, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that falls right in line. But no, the point that I was trying to make though is this shit was on TV, and there's like 10 old men and myself in this bar, and there's no music playing. There's just this fucking stupid bitch talking, and she's threatening every city employee, from police officers to firefighters to social workers, to wear your mask or else. And instead of talking, like some dude looks over to some other old man. He's like, what do you think about this whole COVID shit? And he's like, I'm fucking more interested in fucking Hunter Biden and his goddamn emails. And I'm across the bar, and I'm trying to mind my business at first. And this dude's like, Joe, what are you talking about? He's like, no, his son Hunter. And he starts to explain, and the dude is fucking he has no fucking idea what this man is talking about. So of course I chimed in. I'm like, yeah, man, there's, old business partner and a bunch of emails and lots of disinformation. There's no proof that it's a Russian fucking interference. There's signed fucking purchase orders or repair orders from the goddamn laptop place, and the Hunter Biden's lawyer has contacted the fucking repair shop to try and get his laptop back. So, and he's like, I've never even heard of that, man. I don't really pay attention. I was just curious what you guys think about COVID. Like, there 12 people in the fucking bar, and 2 people. I'm the youngest of these 12, mind you. Only 2 of us have any fucking idea what's actually going on in this major story, and I don't know. It kind of blew my mind. It's a small sample, of the public, but it just, I don't know. It left me kind of uneasy. I mean, everyone in that bar was like, "Yeah, fuck Biden, fuck Hillary, Trump's the man," more or less. But they still were like, "Yeah, I don't really care about the nuance to all this shit. Like, it's all fucking fake. Everything's fake. That's kind of where everybody's at. Like, they have their ideas and everything else is fake. What they believe is what's real, and fuck everything else.
What's fake is all the shit that the Democrats put out, and that makes Republican shit appear fake as well. Especially when the Democrats are putting out shit that is fake, saying it's real, and pointing it out the Republican shit, saying it's fake.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like
and I
Gabe
mean,
says, bro. I don't
it's
see how this doesn't end in a fucking war. All out
dude.
fucking war.
Well, what's funny, man?
It's getting worse. I used to think there was going to be like battles and shit, but I don't think it's going to be like that anymore. I think it's going to be more like assassination type of shit. It's going to get crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Think about the veterans, dude. Like you and me, we're just normal people and shit, and go to work, whatever, dude. But think about the people who went and put their fucking life on the line for a number of years, did 4 tours in fucking Iraq, and they're a super special sergeant sniper guy, you know, like who's got 27 kills. Think about that fucking guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to take away that guy's America.
No. In fact, I actually know a couple of those types of people, in real life. And granted, they're in their 40s now out of the Iraq war vets, but they're in a lot better shape physically than most of these, 20-something year olds running around with Antifa.
Like 30s and 40s is like peak. That's like the peak at this point in our lives with medicine and shit. This is where, those people. I'm right there with you, Johnny. Like I don't really see how this is going to end peacefully. I have optimistic ideals that it could end with minimal violence, and I don't
the
I
way
can't
I see
really
it, bro,
quantify what that means.
People have done way crazier shit than what we've seen in times of peace. So, dude, as soon as the ball drops, it's gonna be fucking interesting.
Yeah,
it's gonna be. It's gonna be. You're gonna have to get to a point where a lot of people are like, well, if I don't do something now, then I lose everything.
Well, that's where we are. That's where we've been.
That's not necessarily coming with Biden, because the country's not going to fall apart, dude. But what they're going to do is they'll definitely shut people down. But they're not gonna just blow the country out where it doesn't function anymore. We might go into a recession and shit, but is that even going to be enough for people to snap? I don't know.
Well, yeah. I think though, like Biden was saying during the debates tonight that he was accusing Trump of, leaning too much on the stock markets and not talking about the people at home and worrying about the people at home, which is just fucking straight up clown world shit, because it's the opposite. It is literally, that is Black Mirror shit. Joe Biden is, describing Donald Trump as he is himself, as Joe Biden. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't give a fuck. Joe Biden doesn't give a fuck about the dude sitting in his home. And he's made that clear through the 47 plus years he's been in politics, which, Trump tried repeatedly, and he didn't do a super solid point or solid job of nailing down, not like he did with Hillary, the because you'd be in jail type of meme, mic drop moment. But he did say it repeatedly, like, you keep talking about what you would do, but motherfucker, what did you do? You've been in office the last fucking 8 years. You were the vice president. Why are again? We all see that, but it's the normies at home that aren't us, that don't have either the ability mentally or the just the will. I feel like so many people, so many smart people are just fucking tired, man. Like they're myself, I mean, I speak for myself too. I've said this repeatedly recently that I find it nary impossible to do independent research on any real topic without like doing some sort of mental gymnastics in there. Like you can find equally reputable sources on either side of just about every major argument in this in our world right now, be it climate change, be it fucking ancient civilization. I mean, like ancient civilization, that's the big one that I lean on, because like there's so much evidence contrary to what we've all been taught in school for the last fucking 30 years, but nobody talks about it because it's against the mainstream, and that pans out across all realms at this point in our lives. And
You
it's
believe in
either
that flood bullshit, do you?
what's that?
That mud flood bullshit?
Well, you'd have to define that a little further, but I mean, the only thing that I think is that history goes further back than we think. I think there was for
So,
sure.
are you telling me that dinosaurs were real?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. I'm confident in it. I'm confident that dinosaurs were real, but I also think that the pyramids were built before the Egyptians, same as the Sphinx, as geological evidence dictates. There's a ton of fucking, there's
Nigga,
like fucking,
let me tell you something about the Egyptians. The
okay, tell me,
Egyptians
bro.
the Egyptians knew how to use levers and pulleys. Very simple. Very fucking simple. Bro, I could lift 10,000 pounds with my pinky finger if I set up enough pulleys.
All right, well, I'm gonna send you some pictures and some videos of straight cut lines through raw limestone that are done by like a circular saw, or straight boreholes that are found across the world that you can't fucking do now through straight granite. They're perfectly cylindrical holes through, whatever. I mean, I'll show you what I'm talking about as best I can in that regard. But I just think that I think that history goes further back than we have recorded. I think for almost certain there was, huh?
Do you believe that aliens came down and had sex with monkeys?
No. No, I think all that shit can be explained by a highly advanced civilization before some catastrophe, be it as you refer to it as a mud flood, but meteor strike.
No. Don't you put that shit on me. Don't you put the fucking mud flood on me. I'm not
That's
stupid.
what
I will tell you. I will
believe.
fucking tell you. I will tell you. I think there's a strong probability that aliens came down here and fucked monkeys, and that's where you came from.
So you're going with Joe Rogan's theory on that then, huh? Can I? Can I? Is this Brian Redband that I'm talking to by chance?
Fuck Brian.
That's Rogan's old.
I don't know, man. I think Wally might have learned to fucking imitate Johnny's voice. He's shit posting right now.
That's Brian Redband was Rogan's old producer before Jamie came onto the scene. But
is that true? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I did know that. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking of Red Bar. I was thinking of fucking Red Bar.
Oh, no, not Red Bar is a completely different guy. So no, I'm talking about Brian Redband, who.
Oh yeah, you're right. They're only fucking like 5 letters apart on the goddamn alphabet. Red Bar, Red Band.
No, I know it's fucking stupid.
Shame on me.
Geez, guy, I wasn't trying to be a dick. I was
I was trying to be funny, Sam. And when you do that, it makes it not funny. All right, quit making it
You
not
two
funny.
absolutely fucking derailed our monkey alien
I know,
conversation.
dude. See, that's the whole point. Listen, I don't know that aliens have dicks, so I don't know how they would have fucked the monkeys.
That's the best answer ever.
Oh!
I think they had some sort of proboscis, or they just used artificial insemination, like in fucking.
We already know the answer, bro. If they fuck with the little glow finger, like E.T., bro. You know that's how he molested that child, right?
Well, wait, but combine that with Alien, and that glowing finger came out of his mouth like a proboscis. Now we're talking. That's some alien shit.
Maybe we've been thinking maybe we've been thinking about this wrong all along. Maybe the finger isn't the finger in ET's. Maybe Owen is right, and in ET's finger is the penis, or something like that. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's kind of stretched there, Sam. I think this is a finger.
who know who knows who knows? All I know is that video game, was supposedly the worst ever. But
So yeah, I
You
mean,
think
I'm not.
Pinocchio's dick?
Listen, to answer your question, Johnny. I think it's entirely plausible that aliens came down and fucked monkeys with their glowing fingers, tongue, things. But I think it just happened like way longer ago than we think. Like, you know what I mean? I think they led to a whole pre-civilization and that fell, and then we built on top of that.
Wait, Apex. Are you telling me that L. Ron Hubbard was right about everything?
What are you, Kathy fucking whatever that bitch that interviewed Jordan? So what you're saying is that bitch that interviewed Jordan Peterson? How did you jump to L. Ron Hubbard?
Because you were talking aliens, and then how they replaced, like, they took down an existing.
I know. Sam did the same thing to me with his penis finger comment. So what you're saying is
this was Johnny's whole point, that aliens came down and fucked monkeys, and that's where we came from. And I was just agreeing with him and saying it just went further back than like maybe he was originally suggesting. I could buy that. It just happened like.
Now here's my question. Though. Did the aliens come down and bang the monkeys, or did the aliens come down and get banged by the monkeys?
Well, that's a good question, because I stand by the fact that aliens probably don't have dicks, but I bet you they have like some sort of orifice.
Monkeys are really strong.
By a monkey.
The aliens like fucking Antifa.
Yeah, they're weak little spindly shits, right? They're all technologically advanced. They're little soy boys.
I hate to take it to the aliens, but brain power doesn't keep you from getting jailhouse fucked.
Fuck no, man. When the monkeys come, you are getting fucking bashed in the skull with a goddamn rock and taken back to the cave.
Well,
and your alien fucking DNA is on this planet forever, motherfucker. Here we are.
Well, I mean, we've all seen Star Trek, so we know that, hot green alien babes do exist, and so why not? Why couldn't that have been what the monkeys did? That actually does make sense. Although maybe the aliens were gay too. Who knows?
I mean, I feel like aliens lay eggs.
We need to get Bob Lazar or someone, who's into aliens.
God damn it, I was muted. Fuck Bob Lazar.
How the fuck were the coneheads born? That might answer our question. Well, how were the coneheads born?
The who?
Gabe. this.
Wait, the Who? How was the Who born?
The Coneheads.
Oh, the Coneheads. I feel like that was some sort of Semitic experiment. It's like a nose on a head. Like some sort of bad genetic experiment by the Small Hats, maybe.
I mean, it was Saturday Night Live, so it was definitely the Small Hats.
Well, thank you for not fucking letting that bomb completely. Coneheads. Wait. What?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Coneheads?
You
Yes.
don't. Yes?
Yeah, I'm
you?
familiar.
Yeah, the
27?
the SNL skit, yeah.
35?
Didn't they have it went beyond just the SNL skit, right? Did they have a movie? Or
Yeah.
Like a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Wrenches says they're from France.
That movie was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday Night Live did used to be funny back when it was even more Jewier than it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, man, I'll tell you what, I couldn't even tell you who the fuck is, I couldn't tell you one person that's on Saturday Night Live anymore. Not one.
That's okay. Neither can Dennis Miller, and he's an alumni of that show. But yeah, no, I haven't watched SNL in years, probably.
No, so I would like to go back just a smidge, because if Johnny, I'm with you, man. I
the
feel like
monkey alien thing, aren't you?
I feel like if aliens had babies, they would be laying eggs, most likely. So, that brings up a problem in our little theory here. If aliens, the little soy boy aliens, came down and got monkey fucked, they'd be laying eggs.
Well,
But,
then they definitely didn't come from an egg, did we?
Well, wait, no, because that would actually line up perfectly, because I was suggesting that, yes, aliens came down and fucked monkeys, but just earlier than you think. So maybe they made reptiles that crawled into the water, and then, and then our evolutionary plot that we know started from there. Right? That's possible.
Yeah,
Just
maybe they fucked dinosaurs, and then the dinosaur had a fucking monkey.
I mean, I don't know how genetics work.
I know how genetics and weed work. That's about it. I figure it's the same for monkeys. But I don't know what happens when you cross fucking Gorilla Glue with fucking alien push, bro.
I'm not sure when you cross silicone-based life forms with carbon-based, but we're gonna fucking do it. Let's go. Put it in an egg.
Stick it in there. Let her
All right,
rip.
so, Sam, were we talking about something other than aliens fucking monkeys, or
We were talking Hunter Biden's business partner Tony Bob Ulinsky, who I'm looking at a picture and he looks like
he fucking alien?
He
was fucking monkeys. Right?
I'll tell you what, this guy could be a replacement for John Goodman. He kind of looks like John Goodman from what I'm seeing. Even
Sammy.
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah.
Play the clip. Play the clip.
What clip? The one on.
It's like 5 minutes long, bro. Of him just fucking nuking Biden's.
You
could be like, no.
No, I'm. Oh, it's on the. I think it's here on the Breitbart page. Oh, screw this. Starting soon. It's on the Breitbart thing, right? Johnny.
No, I saw it on Fox.
All right, let me go over to knowing YouTube. They probably have like pulled down and uh, shit by now.
Hell no, boy. Fox News, man. They don't pull down Fox News.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Let's see what they have. But yeah, I I saw a picture of Hunter Biden this morning with his meth mouth, and at first people were like, "Is that photoshopped?" And I was like, "No, that's real."
Yeah. Dude, you only get teeth like that, dude, from shooting fucking drugs in your arm, dude. Intravenous use, dude. His teeth were rotted from the inside out.
Yeah, if I've seen fucking homeless people with better teeth than he had.
Yeah, bro, he was shooting some fucking meth, dude, for probably close to a year at some point.
All right, Tony Bobulinski press conference. Let's cue this fucker up. I don't know if you.
Bob Epstein.
I don't know if you guys.
God damn it, I can't hear it, Sam.
Good evening. My name is Tony Bobulinski.
Yeah, I know.
I served as a lieutenant in the United States Navy with high security clearance. My father and grandfather both served for decades in our country's armed forces. Since leaving the Navy, I've been involved in various successful businesses, both in this country and abroad. I'm making this statement to set the record straight about the involvement of the Biden family, Vice President Biden,
Sam.
his brother
Yeah.
Joe Biden, and his son Hunter Biden.
You know that Saturday Night Live skit with Chris Farley where he's all, no, it's not Saturday Night Live, it's the fucking movie where he's all, fat guy in a little coat. That's what this looks like to me.
Yeah, that's exactly what this looks like.
Yeah, bro.
I
It's at the same fucking suit shop as Sargon, bro.
Yep, he looks I mean, I can see the van down by the rooms already coming in once Trump wins again. So
Never discussed business with Hunter. That is false. I have first-hand knowledge about this because I directly dealt with the Biden family, including Joe Biden. I have also heard that Vice President Biden said on Tuesday
Hello?
that Senator Ron Johnson,
Yep.
the chair of the Senate
Okay,
Homeland
good.
Security Committee, should be ashamed
What,
for
dude?
suggesting that Biden
What?
family sought to profit from their name. Well, here are the
You wanna-
facts
you wanna
I know,
talk?
and everything I'm saying
Yeah?
is corroborated by
Say hello.
WhatsApp.
so let me
Say hello.
let me pause this real quick. So basically, Apex and Johnny,
sorry.
since you guys can't hear this, he basically just said that
It is false.
yeah, it is false that Biden is lying and that he actually did meet him.
You're dropped. Yeah, there's more, and there's
Chats,
fucking
agreements,
more.
documents, and other
He
evidence.
said he dealt directly with Joe
American
Biden.
people can judge for themselves.
Joe
I brought,
Biden.
I guess, for record, 3 phones
You playing?
that spanned the years 2015 through 2018. These phones have never been held by anybody else besides myself. I was told this past Sunday by somebody who was also involved.
So he used 3 fucking phones to communicate with Biden over the past couple of years. Then he just showed that. So we're getting into like real old school like cloak and dagger spy shit now.
Oh yeah, he's got 3 phones, and he's going to turn them over to the FBI and Congress tomorrow morning.
Well, let's fucking hope he doesn't, he doesn't choke on a sandwich or have an incident in the weight room or something like that.
Yeah, or choke on a bed sheet and break his neck bones somehow.
Yeah, or that.
This matter, that if I went public this information, it would
Ouch,
bury all
dude.
of us, man. The Bidens included. I have no wish to bury anyone. I've never been political. The few contributions I have made have been to Democrats. But what I am is a patriot and a veteran. To protect my family name and my business reputation, I need to ensure that the true facts are out there. In late 2015, I was approached by James Gillier, whom I had known for many years, about joining him in a deal which he said would involve the Chinese state-owned enterprise CEFC China Energy and what he called one of the most prominent families in the United States. I was informed.
So now just to break this down further, he's talking about the different Chinese energy companies that the Bidens have had dealings with, and one of them was called CFC, which Apex, I think you mentioned that company maybe in one of the streams where you and I did stuff on China, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 or 3 months ago.
First by Gillier, and then by Hunter Biden, and by Rob Walker.
Sorry, I was muted. What was that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying this Tony Bobulinski guy just brought up the fact that he listed off several companies that the Bidens did business dealings with in China. And I'm pretty sure that one of the energy companies he mentioned was one of the ones that you mentioned to me in one of our live streams from like a few months ago when we were talking about China. That's what
very, very well could be. All those Chinese names are, listen, as much as I research the shit, I don't speak it. It's all like Ching Chong, Xing Sang, and fucking
right.
Like Xinjiang and fucking. I mean, there's Xinjiang. I don't know. I can't remember any of the companies' names off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean, I've. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. Is my point or my response to bringing that up.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my only point. Is this all sounds like really familiar?
With the Bidens, that the Bidens
right? Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I mean, it would make perfect sense that the reason China, one of the reasons that China has been able to do so much damage is because they've been given access by Hillary Clinton and the Bidens and I don't want to say exclusively Democrats, but I mean in this instance exclusively Democrats.
Representing the Chinese side, Hawk representing Hunter Biden's brother Bo's favorite animal. And between February
somebody else say something.
I'm playing the clip right now.
Sorry.
Oh no problem.
On May 2nd, 2017, the night before Joe Biden was to appear at the Milken Conference, I was introduced to Joe Biden by Jim Biden and Hunter Biden. At my approximately hour-long meeting with Joe that night, we discussed the Biden's history, the Biden's family business plans with the Chinese, with which he was plainly familiar, at least at a high level. After that meeting,
Boom. So this guy just mentioned again the Biden's family business plans with China. So he's said it a few times that the Biden family does have business ties directly with China.
Numerous communications with Hunter, Walker, Gilliar, and Jim Biden regarding the allocation
Is the clip still
of
playing?
equity
Or...
ownership
Yeah,
of Sinohawk.
I started playing it
On
again.
May 13, 2017, I received an email concerning allocation of equity, which says 10% held by H for the big guy. In that email, there's no question that
Yeah,
H
it's still
stands for
playing.
Hunter, big guy for his father, Joe Biden, and Jim for Jim Biden. In fact, Hunter often referred to his father as the big guy or my chairman. On numerous occasions, it was made clear to me that Joe Biden's involvement was not to be mentioned in writing, but only face-to-face. In fact, I was advised by Gilliar and Walker that Hunter and Jim Biden were paranoid about keeping Joe Biden's involvement secret. I also had a disagreement with Hunter about the funds CFC was contributing to Sinohawk. Hunter wanted $5 million of those funds to go to himself and his family, so he wanted the funds wired directly to an entity affiliated with him. I objected because that was contrary to our written agreements concerning Sinohawk. He said, referring to the chairman, his father, that CFC was really investing in the Biden family, that he held the Trump card, and that he was the one putting his family legacy on the line. He also said to me on May 17th, 2017, that CFC wanted to be my partner, to be partner with the Bidens. During these negotiations, I repeated to Hunter and others that Sinohawk could not be Hunter's personal piggy bank. And I demanded that proper corporate governance procedures be implemented for capital distributions. Hunter became very upset with me. CFC through July 2017 was assuring me the funds would be transferred to Sinohawk, but they were never sent to our company. Instead, I found out from Senator Johnson's September report that the $5 million was sent in August 2017 to entities affiliated with Hunter. Tomorrow, I will be meeting with the Senate committee members concerning this matter, and I will be providing to the FBI the devices which contain the evidence corroborating what I have said. So I will not be taking any questions at this time. I will not be taking questions at this time. The evidence sits on these three phones. I don't want to go into anything any further. This will all be discussed with Senator Johnson and his committee, and the American people can decide what's fact.
Who paid for you to be here? Who paid for your expenses to be here?
Thank you. I paid for myself.
Did Rudy Giuliani have anything to do with your appearance here?
Okay, interesting. That was a fascinating clip, Johnny, and the media is already fucking spinning this. Like, did Giuliani invite you here? Did Trump pay for your expenses?
Think about and they're like, who paid you to be here? Not about Hunter or Joe. Who paid you to be here? The fuck is wrong with this country, bro? Like, our media is so fucking broken, there's no fixing it.
It's bought and paid for by foreign assets is the fucking problem, dude. Like, it's all foreign interests, and there's even the good people within the media, which I would argue there are very few, but I think there's still some there, with maybe good intentions, or at least, not an entirely corrupt soul. The organizations that they work for are bought, and their interests are bought and fucking paid for, and they have been for decades at this point, and it's all coming to a head now, in real time for all of us to witness and deal with. I really do believe, because one of the arguments I get from a lot of old timers, even ones that admit they're like, wow. I mean, I lived through fucking Vietnam and the later bit of World War II and fucking et cetera, and I ain't never fucking seen no shit like this. They're like, but every time there's something crazy, it's always the end of the world. There's always people holding their signs saying the end is nigh, repent, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, you cannot compare, the hippie days of, the couple dozen of fucking hippies that held those signs to the mass insurrection that we're seeing now. I mean, it is taking full on assault from these major social media companies against this shit.
I mean, believe it or not, though, dude, hippies were pretty radical terrorist motherfuckers.
Well, of course, I'm not.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that super derogatory. I just meant that in the sense that like it was some people on the street. It was a localized movement. It wasn't information wasn't as easily spread, and I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, that's
like,
that's the thing right there. Is now information is so easily spread, dude. It's so easy to debunk the Dan Rathers and the fucking, like people used to watch the nightly news and go, "Yep, well, this is the way the world is."
they still
and now
do.
you got the internet, bro.
They still do, though.
Yeah,
And
but
my
now you
mother-
got the internet, and
Yeah.
now with the internet, though, you have this population of people that are awake, and you have this fucking population of people who are still not awake.
who are dying, basically.
I mean, dude, they're so broken, dude. You can watch them literally, dude. A fucking partner of Hunter Biden came out today, and we just watched it, and he said, "This is fucked. This is a fucking problem." And these people are like, "I don't know who that fucking guy is. I don't give a fuck. I'm still voting for Biden."
Right, exactly.
You don't realize what's going on here, or you do, and you just don't care that much. Because I mean, that's dangerous. That's literally.
I think it's more of the latter, dude. I think a lot of people are just so fucking exhausted for various reasons, and I mean, it's not making excuses for their psychological weakness, but that like for under less stressful circumstances, they would more likely they would see the light, but because everything is so fucking politicized and weaponized, and I mean, to be fair, dude, for the layman and the average Joe, Trump really doesn't do himself a lot of favors, and in a lot of cases, in public speaking cases. But that's not. I mean, I say that loosely because when you take his full speeches in context and you watch the fucking 20 or 30-minute thing, it's pretty easy to see what the dude's doing. But again, when it's replayed on the news in a 2-minute clip of him being like, yeah, they're all terrorists and they're fucking dirty people and terrible people coming across the border. Skipping the part where he says, not all of them, but the ones that are bad and dirty and terrible. We need to stop those and let the good ones in, kind of thing. That they don't see that shit and they don't care to. You try to show them, and they've already been so, programmed by what they see that there is a weaponized force on the other end of the spectrum that is going to try and feed them altered disinformation and altered narratives to be like, this isn't what's happening. This is a shell game. Look, this is what the president actually said, and this is what he means when you watch it, not what this supposedly reputable news source posted a minute and a half clip of and filled in the rest of the blanks. For God forbid you watch the whole speech and make up your own mind. You
and I and Sam and many of the people around us have experienced this in a microcosm with the Bears. Okay, you got this fucking asshole at the top,
fair, yeah,
spouting this fucking lies, all these fucking lies, and doing it with an emotional spin on it, and making you feel like you belong, and you don't have to think for yourself anymore, and it's all how do you wake people up from that? You can't. I mean,
You can't. You're right.
people are fully indoctrinated into a cult.
Dude, bro, you told me that.
I
You literally told
think
me that
honestly,
2 years ago.
I think we're gonna have to fucking genocide them, dude.
Well, they'll genocide themselves is the thing. Like, we won't have to do shit. I mean,
Let them have power for 4 years. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I don't see what the solution is. Because quite frankly, again, and this is what I tell everybody is they've literally framed Trump as Hitler, and it was a joke in 2016, really. But it's like literal. They have fucking gone off the deep end, framing him as Hitler, framing all of us as fucking Nazis. And now you've got Keith Olbermann going on the fucking air saying that Trump and his supporters need to be locked up and removed from this country. Now, when you get a population of fucking dumb people to believe that a group of people are actual Nazis, right? What the fuck did we do to the Nazis in World War II? We annihilated them. We stormed them and fucking annihilated them.
Yeah. We threw our young
what
and our brave
Trump's going to be willing to do to us to get rid of the Nazis again?
Well, I mean, I think the difference is an ocean apart. We live next door to these people that are being convinced that we're all Nazis, and I think.
I mean, all I'm saying, bro, you're not even gonna get the satisfaction of hanging out in a guard tower, bro, and you're gonna get whomped on.
Well, I mean, my white pill moment on this whole thing is when if the propaganda curtain can fall, and the whole of the mainstream media can just be fucking like just stop broadcasting to people's TVs. If we could just shut down all of the TV, like just all of broadcast media, leave the internet. That's fine. These mainstream sources can try to survive on the internet like they're trying to do now. But no more broadcast news. No, none of these fat old lazy fucks sitting on their couch, consuming their one preferred source of news media because they like, for whatever reason, they consume it.
It's not just fat old fucks, though, bro. I mean, think about this, dude. Think about this. You have countless fucking media personalities or influencers on YouTube, left-wing influencers on YouTube, who literally call each other comrade.
Yeah.
Now, my grandfather would roll over in his fucking grave about that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but it's very dangerous that we have literal communists walking around again calling us Nazis.
Yeah. Well, my grandfather was a Nazi, but he also hated communists. Hated Jews more, but he hated communists.
Sounds pretty fucking based.
No, I mean, he was literally a Nazi or Hitler Youth. But
well, I mean, I think about it. Like, I think about Trump's rallies, right? And I think about the pictures of Hitler at his fucking rallies. And then I think about, like, how the media now has absolutely fucking smeared Trump. And a goddamn large portion of this country agrees with the media, man. So, like, did that happen to Hitler? Is that what happened to Hitler?
No.
Did he have some communist fucking cunts get wily in his country and he had to deal with them? And then they fucking called it a genocide and went after him? I mean, now I know he did try to take over some land and shit, but,
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, again, that's the historical argument that's been made for
I'm
a long time.
I'm not saying that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I know, but But I will say this. Like, a year ago, I would have thought, no, Hitler's a bad dude. Hitler's a bad dude. They wouldn't go, I mean, a framing operation like that is implausible. But I'm like literally watching it happen before my fucking eyes this year.
Right.
It has gotten
Dude.
so fucking out of hand that things like that now are not even a conspiracy to me anymore. It's like some shit that I actually am like, wow, maybe that's real.
Well,
It's,
and this kind of proves Gavin McGinnis's theory that what he's been saying for the past 2 years. The left has used the Nazi thing so often now that the word doesn't fucking mean anything anymore. It literally means nothing now because everyone is a fucking Nazi now by their definition. Everyone.
that doesn't mean that it doesn't mean nothing. That just means that they get to kill a whole fucking lot of us, bro.
Well,
Or
that
try.
that just means that they can just that. Well, you're right. It doesn't mean nothing, but it just means that they can distort to whatever they fucking want it to mean now.
Look at the Portland murder. Look at the Denver murder, bro. They yelled, "He's a fucking Nazi," and got away with it.
Yep. Well, what's interesting to me is you go back. This is how crazy things are now. You go back, not even 10 years ago. Go back 7 years ago before Trump even ran for president. No one said anything bad about Trump in the media or in the press up until he ran as a Republican in 2016. They all fucking loved Trump for decades. Everyone.
How many rap songs is that nigga in?
Everyone wanted to. Everyone wanted to hang out with him. Yeah, exactly. Apex, and I got into a bit of a Twitter scuffle the other day with Hugh Hefner's son because he said something stupid like, "My father never liked Donald Trump." Really? Because your father had Trump on the cover of his magazine 2 times, I think. Out of, and he was like one of the only guys to be on the cover, but I digress.
I mean, just never ever forget, bro. Anybody that you know who talks shit about Trump, how much they loved The fucking Apprentice and wanted to be on The fucking Apprentice. Never forget that.
No.
Because that was all those lefty faggots, bro. You didn't see any fucking Trump people now being like, I want to be on The fucking Apprentice, man. No. No. Those faggots.
I mean,
love
a
that
good
shit.
a good sample study would be one of the winners, which would be Omarosa, who quick heel turned on his motherfucking ass and proved her real colors, true colors, shortly after the man was elected, and failed in her attempt to gain clout. So yeah, I mean, it shows exactly what kind of people go for that kind of show, and who wins it. I guess, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Those people fucking loved it. They loved it.
I mean,
Trump isn't the fucking problem, man. The media being tied to the fucking Democrat Party, that's the goddamn problem.
that
They all cover.
that's
They
a
all.
That is a big problem, but I think it's more about being tied.
Right now, Joe Biden is the fucking white Eric Nimmer of the Democratic Party, and you're watching the Bears lose their fucking shit and make up lies and slander and bullshit, try to save their fucking Nimmer. That's what this is.
What a prescient analogy, Johnny. It actually is very on
Well,
point.
I can't even tell you how many things I fucking like relate Owen drama to. It's like such a microcosm. Like I said, it's a microcosm, dude, of like what is going on. Like
Oh,
he
sweet
is the
Jesus.
left, bro.
We might get a fucking pirate king in here. Hold on.
I'm gonna. Can you DM Jolly the link directly, or I don't want to put it in the chat. We'll
Yep,
grandfather.
I got it. I got it.
We'll grandfather the fucking pirate man into the Discord.
But I
He
mean, dude, that's exactly what it is, dude. Is they're all trying to fucking lie and cover the shit up. And before, to me, like it was like I looked at the whole Nimmer situation. Like, I mean, this still doesn't make sense to me. Like, how can people be this fucking crazy? But it's once you double down once on bullshit, dude, you're stuck. You're fucked. It's just like Owen says, man. You agree to bullshit once, dude, and you're owned. You're a fucking slave. It's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like I was trying to say last night. Like the whole grifterdom is it is so widely spread and so ambiguous at this point in its existence. Like it's a whole new field of psychology, and I think we've basically discussed that since I first popped into since I was first welcomed into the DZ when you were talking about writing a book about Owen. And like the nuances that you saw even back then. I mean, that was fucking 2 years ago. But
I mean, here's the thing, dude. It's like people don't give a shit, dude, until it affects their own life. Like,
well, right.
quite frankly, and that happens with politics. That happens with everything. So like, these people are like, because you'll see them, dude, on Twitter and shit. Dude, they'll be like, I really don't give a fuck. That's not Joe Biden. That's Hunter Biden. I'm not voting for Hunter Biden. I'm voting for Joe Biden. It's like, I mean, you can rationalize all the bullshit you want. You can disconnect people from each other all you want. You can say this has nothing to do with that, all you want. But it's like I've always said. I mean, dude, you are who you hang out with. You are who you're connected with. And if you allow yourself around dumb shit, I mean, you're gonna be surrounded by dumb shit.
Play dumb games, win dumb prizes, fool.
Yeah, and these people, they don't seem to understand any of that. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, again, they're so entertained in other areas of their life, they just don't give a fuck. They don't understand the ramifications of their votes. They don't understand how it'll actually affect them. They don't see. They just can't see it because they've just been fucking lied to. And I'll tell you, like, I always knew politicians lied. Like, we all know politicians lie. But the lies that they're doing now are so dangerous and so fucking blatant. Like, it is legitimate, crazy fucking propaganda. Obama, their golden child. He went out and he repeated the lie about the suckers and losers shit. Like, dude, that's a made up fucking story. And people still defend it. Even Obama. Even Biden. Even Kamala. They'll just go out there and lie straight to your fucking face. And it's not even, like, it doesn't, 2 years ago, it fucking mattered, right? 2 years ago, a lie would have mattered. But now, it doesn't matter. See, they've justified underhanded bullshit and lies and murdering people, and they'll justify all of it because you're a fucking Nazi, and you need to be removed from this country by any means necessary. Because there's nothing worse than you in this world.
Exactly.
It's gonna get crazy, bro. It's gonna get real fucking crazy.
They have completely.
And again, these people are fucking communists, and we're not Nazis. I mean, maybe we are. I don't. I didn't know the Nazis. Maybe they were based as fuck. But like as far
I
as I
knew
can tell,
one.
we're not.
I knew
We're
one,
not
and
running
the most egregious thing I could say,
program.
the most egregious thing I can say about him is at the end of every single movie that we watched growing up, because he used to babysit me and my siblings. That man, after drinking a couple of German beers, would watch the credits roll and go, "Fucking Jews, fucking Jews." Fucking Jew. I mean, it would start real calm, and then it would always escalate. And my grandma would be like, "Rolf, calm down. Calm. The kids are here. Calm." You'd have to fucking pace off, and walk away. Fucking Jews.
Oh, that's funny, bro. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
That sounds like a joke, but it's a true story, actually.
yeah, I mean, well, my grandma used to call me a little nigger. I'm totally white, bro.
Porch monkey, we're
But-
taking it back.
The old people, bro, are racist as fuck, bro. Old people, not all of them, but most of them. Racist.
Yeah, you know what? That's funny. That's the funny thing, man, is that Johnny, both you, I mean, I know you're a little older than me, and Sam is a little younger. I think I'm actually right between. I'm like right in the middle of you two. But ultimately our generation, and the one before us, and maybe even the one after us. Well, maybe not the one after us, but the most or the least racist people to be born on this planet, like objectively, like the most. I mean, I grew up in deep South Texas with very few black folk, but I was taught I even had a cat named Nigger, but like it was a black cat, of course, but none of that, like the idea of racism was gone. Like people were people, and like I didn't see color. I had a handful of black kids in my school, but I didn't even know that they were different until my evil stepmother was like, "How do you feel about the black kids in your school?" I'm like, what? This older bitch was like, "Wow," introducing the idea of people being different based on their skin color. Up to that point, 7th, 8th grade, I didn't even fucking notice. You know, they were that was Alfred. His name was literally Alfred, the kid in my class, that black kid.
Well, I mean, let me tell you the difference between Alfred and a fucking Section 8 fucking apartment complex in South Phoenix.
There's no doubt there's a difference. I'm not arguing that, man. Like that's obvious. I'm just saying, like me personally.
They speak a different nigger language there, bro. You can't even understand these fucking people, bro. It's like they live a rap song.
Well, right, but I'm just saying, as white boys, our generation was raised as the most colorblind, quote unquote, that the world has probably ever seen. Like we were taught from very young. I was taught, and most of everyone I grew up with was taught that everyone's the same. It doesn't matter their skin color. Everyone's different, of course, but you can't judge them based on arbitrary things like their religion or their skin color. Or that, and things like wash your hands.
I didn't even know there was like religion until high school, bro.
Well,
I didn't even know there was different religions, bro.
So, I don't know. Right, I don't know if that actually weighs on my point or counters it, but
well, as
literally, bro, you could have told me religion was like the Grinch is the Jews. I didn't know shit about religion, bro.
well,
I guess my point though was like the fact that I perceive like the adults now, the young adults now, and the my generation, the mid-20s to early 40s people on the planet in this country are all, I feel, are all of a similar ilk in that regard, in that we were all raised in this similar sort of atmosphere where, like, yeah, of course everyone's different, everyone's circumstances are different, and anyone that's been to prison is fucking racist. I don't care what color you are. You're racist if you've been to prison for any amount of time. But the point though,
pretty much, bro,
is,
since
like,
the
now,
mid-70s.
but now
They started
is
doing
when
those textbooks in school with all the different colored kids and shit, and they started doing McDonald's advertisements with, like, a fucking chink and a nigger and a fucking white trailer park kid, and, like,
yeah,
so
the
diversity,
VK
man.
kids, the crippled one. Don't forget the boy in the wheelchair. We got to represent our fellow Gamma.
But see, cripples aren't even that well represented anymore. Even it's not.
Well, see, and that's the thing, though, man. Is, like, I'm all for inclusion. I grew up thinking. I grew up thinking that was okay, like, agreeing with the idea that, like, yeah, like, looking at a Burger King ad with a little chink girl and a little black boy and a kid in a wheelchair and a white boy and a kid with fucking freckles and red hair. Who gives? I mean, some of them had glasses. Like, that was normal for me. But the point for me even bringing any of this shit up was, we are in a worse racial tension situation than we were in the 60s. And that's provable. That's factual.
It's called intersectionality.
Yep.
And Black Lives Matter.
Critical race theory.
Bingo.
Just critical theory. Fucking, yeah, bro. It's crazy, dude. And it's. I mean, I guess it's not that crazy because some low IQ motherfuckers, but black people don't see how racist the shit is, a lot of them. It's like, how do you not see... maybe they don't care. Maybe that's what it is. Well, I guess when you're 13% for fucking a long, long, long time, you get kind of uppity. But I mean, what kind of smart 13%er goes, you know what? I'm only 13% of the population, and I'm just gonna go fucking light things on fire and demand I get my way. How the fuck does that work in your brain?
Because
well, when you're told that it will.
I mean, I say, we make the knee maneuver great again.
The knee maneuver. I mean, I'm down with that.
Derek Chauvin got let off for fucking third-degree murder today.
Here's the.
I heard that Chauvin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Here's the
next up. Fucking. Damn it, Kyle. Kenosha.
Oh yeah.
What's his last name? Kyle
Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse. Fuck's sake, I don't know why I was blanking on that. But yeah, next up, Rittenhouse will be acquitted. He was already acquitted in Illinois where he lives, which, no crimes were committed in the state or that state. But yeah, I just, Rittenhouse will be acquitted, and then Trump will be reelected, or Trump will be reelected, and then Rittenhouse will be acquitted. It's just gonna be a salt fest, man. And I mean, it just lends more credence to Johnny's theory that we're gonna have to fucking, like, people that we care about are gonna try and kill us because of the things we believe, because they don't get their way, is what it seems like it's going towards. I don't think they're going to succeed in a lot of cases because most of them aren't the kind of people that either hunt their own food or grow their own food or kill their own food or skin their own food or cook their own fucking food. or anything of the sort. So, I
Well,
mean,
I mean, I don't do that either, but I'm not like above hunting and skinning my fucking neighbor.
yeah. Well, but the point though is like, generally speaking, like the right wing versus the left wing, you got people that live in, packed in sardine cans in the city that may own guns and may shoot them sometimes, versus the people that I live around that own hundreds of acres and are responsible for literal millions of dollars worth of crop and or livestock, and have tens of thousands of dollars worth of guns and dozens of kids that have been raised from the time they could walk to protect what's theirs. I mean, it's straight up fucking it's old world shit in a lot of these places. And I mean, where I grew up, deep south, and where I am now here in Yankee fucking country. I'm in corn country, but like, it's the mentality is not much different, just the accent.
Well,
They don't say y'all.
well, let me tell you, the part of Florida where I'm in, people are in the city, but people got into the country here in Florida where I'm at. They know how to handle themselves. That's all I'm saying without going into too much fucking detail. Um, but one point I
There's a
do
lot of fucking retards where I live now.
one point I do want to kind of circle back to Apex. You mentioned that like when we were growing up, like no one really brought up race. Really, as someone who grew up both during the Bush administration and during the Obama administration, partly, like during the Bush administration, like people didn't think of race at all. Really, it just wasn't a subject that was brought up
It
until
was America, man. 9/11 happened. It was America,
yeah, it was
right?
America. It wasn't until fucking Obama ran for president and won that everything became about fucking race all the time. And like really up until my sophomore year of high school, no one had like ever really talked about race. It just wasn't a conversation that we ever had or we was told we needed to have. We all figured, that yeah, we obviously there were differences, but as long as we could get along and share some of the same interests, that was what fucking mattered. Not all this racial shit that they purport now, and it's gotten really like it's gotten even worse now from what I hear from some of my neighbors' kids who are in high school still. So it's yeah. If I ever have kids, I'm fucking schooling them. But anyways, is the Pirate Man going to come in here? Damn.
I don't know. Looks like Apex left.
Apex left, and I guess Jolly is charging his phone. But
Want to make out?
well, I mean, I guess it is time to room wax, so we could we could do that.
Actually, I gotta get going, buddy. I gotta go to bed because I gotta be up in like too soon.
Yeah, it's
Too soon.
oh what oh geez, it's 1 a.m. here. I actually and once Jolly calls in here soon, I've gotta head out here as well because it's getting late where I'm at. But thanks for calling in, Johnny, and joining the Gamma and myself. So, oh, there's the fucking Pirate Man. How you been, Jolly?
Hi.
Jolly's here.
How is my
What's going
favorite?
on, y'all?
How is my favorite racist? uh fucking doing?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm still hanging out here in the woods. I got a little whiskey in me tonight, so I'm feeling fucking lovely.
You
Oh, shit.
you you must be fucking excited for the fucking coming race war that's coming down the pike, huh?
I cannot describe to you the level of my erection right now, but I could beat a mammoth to death with this thing right now.
Charlie's been tying nooses for 3 months.
You bet your ass they're fucking 13 coil, bud.
You got a fucking barn full of them.
Looks like a tobacco barn over here.
Fucking Bubba Watson thought he saw news. Joey's gonna show what a news looks like after this. So
That's fucking right.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for Black Lives Matter to walk down Jolly's fucking street. Waiting.
Hey, if they even fucking make it this far, if they make it this fucking far into the woods, bud, I will shake their hands before I shoot them. I promise you.
yeah. If they could even find you in the first place, so.
That's right.
Yeah, these
motherfuckers ain't coming anywhere near my neighborhood, man. Not even a goddamn peep out of them up here.
Oh, they know better. There's so many fucking Cholitos down there.
Oh yeah, Mexicans fucking hate black people, bro.
Fuck yeah, they ain't fucking shy about it either.
Holy shit, you ain't never met a Mexican band full of fucking motherfuckers.
I've fucking worked with enough of them to know that much. Holy shit.
Jolly, Jolly, I think I might have actually met someone finally who is more fucking racist than you are, and it's actually the guy who runs the Cuban restaurant in my neighborhood, who I go to pretty often. And I saw him curse out like a whole bunch of black gangbanger types and tell him to get the fuck out of his store before he hung him from the rafters.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Cubans are pretty notorious in their discrimination.
and for good reason. And then he said something like he told me later that I guess one of Castro's commandos that I guess torched this guy's village in Cuba was black, so that's why he hates him. Which I didn't know I didn't know that black Cubans are a thing, but apparently they fucking are. So
I mean, they might have been a thing for like 5 minutes before they put an end to it, but
yeah.
Slightly based.
Only slightly.
Yeah. What about Hunter Biden's fucking meth mouth though, Jolly? I mean, I know you've probably seen some pretty backwoods shit out there, but geez, I've seen backwoods folks with better fucking teeth than Hunter Biden.
Well, see, Sammy, you know me. I can't judge the meth heads too much because, most of them around here, they're my people, so I gotta love them. But I'll make the distinction whenever they find that particular file in their computers that's labeled underage obsessions, you know. But, you know, that's a different story.
Yeah, and I doubt these meth heads have, you know, the vice president of the United States as daddy, you know, too. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, these are fucking river folk. They will kill you in an instant.
and yet somehow Hunter Biden is more of a meth head than the fucking river folk are. That's what's fucking amazing.
That's pretty fucking impressive.
He makes the meth habits of backwoods folks look like a marijuana you know, obsession by comparison.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it looks like he was getting some shitty, dirty bathtub dope from Corn Pop. Those fucking
Yeah.
teeth are fucking jacked,
I mean,
man.
well, you know, if it's fucking up their teeth, you know he's smoking it. So that's the fucking, that's the issue there.
Dude, dude, I smoked meth for 4 years. Like,
Mhm.
a lot of fucking meth every day.
Yeah.
And my teeth are
But you-
fine. I think he
Yeah.
was shooting it. 'Cause
Well,
that's
yeah.
what I
Once
did.
you start slamming shit, you know you're fucked. No matter what. I mean, you don't come back from that shit.
Have you heard Hunter's voice? He sounds like a fucking weasel.
No, I've actually kind of been fucking like a hermit for about the last 8 months, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. I've just heard rumors here and there.
Charlie's like, shit, man, I've just been making nooses for 8 months, man. Huh.
That's fucking right.
I'm busy, man. I got a race war to win.
I gotta get my trees ready, bud.
Daddy didn't raise no fucking loser, boy.
That's right.
I just picture Jolly. You're out there, wherever you are, just dressed like fucking Rambo, just like preparing like traps and shit, and you know, camouflaging everything so that when either Antifa or the FBI comes, you'll just string a trap and massacre for them.
Now, I am a big fan of the punji pits, but I cannot confirm nor deny whether or not any of those are in my woods.
You're not gonna.
Is that like as illegal as a fucking landmine?
No. There's nothing illegal about it because there's nothing explosive. It's kind of like trapping animals, you know.
Oh yeah, only with real sharp goddamn sticks.
Yeah, with shit on them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit, there's another dead guy down here. Fuck.
Well, this is a trip to the river tonight.
Hey, what?
Did you ever fix that car that got rained in, bro?
Do what?
Did you ever fix that car that got rained in?
Oh, yeah. I fixed that fucker up as much as I could and sold it for $700.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hey, it was
Someone else's health
running.
hazard now. Fuck them.
That's right. Hey, it ran and drove, and it had working 4-wheel drive, so that's worth $700 to me.
4-wheel drive and some black mold.
That's right. Yeah, just cut the carpet out. You'll be fine.
Drink some turpentine.
Oh,
Right up.
And don't forget to subscribe to Unauthorized TV either. Gonna be bigger than.
Can you believe that fucking Razor Fist doing that shit? I mean, I literally
That hurt.
was like,
That one hurt a little bit.
what the fuck?
That one hurt a little bit for me personally because I liked Razor Fist, even though he's kind of a douchebag.
I mean,
He was one of the lesser
here's my
douchebags
thing.
on YouTube.
Here's my thing, dude. Like, you don't wear your glasses at night unless you're really shit-faced.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I live in Phoenix, bro. Like, it's hot as fuck here, especially if you're wearing leather goddamn gloves.
Yeah,
What
exactly. the only time you're gonna be, the only time you fucking want to wear leather gloves in that kind of heat is if you're a little bit insecure about the size of your hands.
Yeah, it's like, what, you bite your fingernails, bro? You got a problem picking your fucking nose? What's the deal?
I ain't got no problem. I just gotta fucking dig that shit out of there every now and then, you know.
Maybe fingernails, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm a working man, bud. I got that fucking black gold up in there.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Me fucking too.
Fucking welding fumes will kill you every time.
Man, I bit my fingernails most of my life. And I
Yeah.
quit like 5 years ago or something. And let me tell you, having fingernails is one annoying motherfucker, bro.
It really is. I can't fucking stand them.
Just constantly getting under dude. It's like, fuck, dude.
Either always picking fucking dirt out from under them with a fucking pocket knife or just chew them off. I just fucking chew them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how chicks, those big, long, curly motherfuckers, bro.
Oh, fuck. Imagine the hand jobs.
I can. Well, they're not nice.
No.
Me off, dude.
It'd be like my first blow job where I finished fucking bleeding.
Ow, ow, ow! I'm not even touching you. What
Her teeth,
hurt?
her teeth were a little fucked up, but I let her finish. I was a trooper.
Fuck it.
Wait, is that blood? No. I come blood. It's fine. It's
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about that penny taste in your mouth. It's that's just how it tastes. I promise. Oh fuck.
What are you talking about, Gabe? Who punched who? Nobody punched each other. Island's not here.
Now, Jolly, where do you stand on the whole aliens fucking monkeys / aliens getting fucked by monkeys in regards to our evolution?
As in what? The theory of
As
us
in,
being
Did aliens come down and get
Monkeys.
fucked by monkeys,
Fuck the
or did aliens come
aliens.
down and fuck monkeys?
I wouldn't say either one. I'd say if anything, it was genetic engineering to make us a slave race for them. But that's if you buy into the whole alien theory.
But through dick manipulation, or
Well,
you know,
I'd say genetic manipulation. But if that
with their
entails
dicks,
dick
though?
to you, then if
With
you want
their
to believe that,
dicks,
sure.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying here. I'm sorry.
I believe.
I mean, I don't know what kind of hentai you've been watching, bud, but
I've been listening to
believe
Johnny explain his theory of evolution for the last hour.
Mhm.
I think that's what happened, bro. I think the aliens came down here. They were looking around. They were on vacation and shit. They're like, oh, look at those cute little animals over there. And those cute little animals came over and fucking raped them.
No, I mean, well, the animals raped them, or they raped the animals.
But see, that's the question.
That's what I was asking you, bro. Like,
came
which one
first?
happened?
The monkey or the alien?
The chicken or the egg, bro?
I don't have these answers.
Chicken. The classic chicken or the egg, huh?
Here,
Science has never been above asking the question.
No, man.
No.
Jolly, I was hoping your ancient pirate wisdom. That's why I asked. I mean, maybe I didn't form the question properly at first, but I hoped you could weigh in on this philosophical, kerfuffle.
Well,
Jolly knows how the fucking pyramids were built with pulleys and levers.
that's right.
and
Or
bla-
goddamn millwrights.
and
But, well,
and black people too, but
So black people don't.
I wouldn't exactly call them people. That's true. Egyptians were white. It was the Nubians that were black.
I think you.
And they're the ones that built the pyramid. So yeah, all right. Sam was right. My bad.
I mean,
But-
here's the thing, all right? Here's the thing, okay? If you go to a hospital, right, and it's brand new and it just got built, and it was built by some large company that builds fucking hospitals, you're not going to go, oh, well, look, that hospital was built by a bunch of Mexicans and niggers. You're going to go, oh, that hospital was built by a messy fucking construction company. Okay.
I mean, some sketchy construction companies basically the same as saying some Mexicans and niggers, but I digress.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's fair. Depends on the
There is
construction
an
company,
M&M
Johnny. I mean,
construction.
Well, here, I'll put it to you this way. Y'all know how I am. I mean, you've known me for fucking years now. Putting myself in the place of some alien race that just got to a fucking planet, and they see a bunch of, fucking big ass looking ass fucking monkeys running around. Obviously, me being me, I would probably feel the need to assert my dominance.
See? But here's the thing. Apex doesn't think that aliens even have dicks.
Well, I that depends on if you buy into the whole gray man theory or not. Because the gray man theory, I can see you kind of on the fence on if they have dicks or not. But
I speculated whether or not it was possible. I thought it was more likely that they would have orifices that could be fucked than they would have an extremity that they could fuck with. Being they were so advanced.
Well,
so
honestly, the most likely scenario in that consideration of them being so fucking highly advanced is that they have no need to fuck in the first place, and they just reproduce via cloning, and therefore that's how they produce their slave race, by genetic manipulation and taking out certain aspects of individuality within their slave race, quote unquote. But
all right. Let me roll with that for a second here. Let's say.
Hey, I just want to know if you have
did-
an orifice and something to fuck it with, what do you call the something to fuck it with?
Well, that would be the human dick in this scenario, or the monkey.
Well,
but
if it excretes semen, then it's a dick. If you're talking full-on eggs, depending on what you believe on the alien question, it would be an ova posterior. But
Still a finger?
All right. Wait. Before I lose this here. So, all right. Let's say the super advanced. They're advanced, and they've oh, damn it! I've already lost it, man. The idea that they're so advanced they don't need sexual reproduction. They do that asexually or whatever. Which do you think would fade from evolution faster? The need to inseminate or the need to be inseminated, or like the ability to be. So like an orifice in which to be inseminated from, or an extremity in which to inseminate with. Maybe they both go at the same time. I'm asking questions here, guys. We're just spitballing here.
Well,
So,
that
again, in
does.
this hypothetical scenario, I'm just saying, I think it would be more
Get
likely that these aliens would try to assert their dominance, and these monkeys would bash them over the fucking head, and stick their little monkey wieners in wherever they could, and somehow through means maybe these aliens didn't even consider it because they're 10,000 years beyond actual need for physical insemination.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying, bro.
if you're gonna if you're gonna go that far with it, that depends entirely on the amount of gravity on their home planet or wherever it is that they developed, because gravity is the main factor in how large your skeletal structure develops. So if they had like a weaker gravity, their skeletal structure will develop larger. If they had a stronger gravity, their skeletal structure is going to develop smaller. But that means their musculature is going to be a lot stronger.
What about the skeletal structure of
Nimmer
their
is actually
ass?
an alien.
What's that, Johnny? What's that, Johnny?
Nimmer is a fucking alien.
Well,
I would buy that.
He's something.
Well, I mean, he does look like E.T.
I've been banging the daughter of a legal alien, so.
There's more ET than ET, Bob.
Bob Security.
That's right.
Oh,
Don't fuck around. Dude, one of the best moments in my day ever.
Fuck
When
yeah.
Bob goes, you know what? The DZ was right all along.
Fucking yeah, dude. I was about to say, how about those presidential debates, guys? We've been talking about.
Honestly, I watched like fucking 5 minutes of the debates. I could not tell you how much I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, that's a solid position to hold, my friend.
I mean, it's after 150 years of voting for the lesser evil, it's devolved to the point where we're voting on the basis of how one windbag argues against another windbag, and whoever argues better than the other windbag is the one we vote for. So, can you see how I've kind of got disillusioned from it?
well, Joey. I'll answer your question with a question, which is, how many cigarette packs are you up to per day now? Because that is the clear determinant for how much you.
Well, wait, because if Jolly's been working, I imagine the cigarette packs per day are fairly nominal. But if Jolly's been out of work and has been working out on his fucking trailer weight bench in the woods,
that's right.
That we might be up to a carton, maybe a week. I don't know.
I know. I'm
just exaggerating. I'm sorry.
I've been laid off for about a week, so I can make a pack last about 3 days now. But
that's
whenever I'm working,
dude. That's good.
Yeah. When I'm working, I'm doing pretty good to go a pack a day because I fucking hate everybody around me. But
so not working makes you smoke less. That's good. Okay.
Exactly. Because I'm in the fucking woods by myself. I mean, I don't have anybody to hate.
See, I have the opposite problem. When I'm around other people, I'm like, oh, I can hate you instead of me. And then when I'm by myself, I have nobody to hate but me, which I do.
Well, see, that's been my whole metamorphosis here in this last year, because it may be surprising to hear coming from me, but I no longer hate myself. I'm actually pretty fucking happy with the direction I'm going. I've lost 25 pounds since February, and I've been hitting the gym like a motherfucker.
That's awesome. That's surprising to hear, but that is also awesome as fuck, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Well,
I fucking love where I'm going.
So, Sammy, how does that How does that weigh into your fucking cigarette theory, buddy?
Well,
Where are we headed based on your jolly metric?
well, no. This actually lines up perfectly with my joy metric because back when COVID first hit and things were starting to look like apocalyptic, my first thought was, if anyone is going to thrive during the fucking apocalypse, it's gonna be fucking Jolly Rogers Bilgewater.
Yeah,
That's fucking right.
Guess who's closest in proximity to Jolly Rogers Bilgewater of anybody in the DZ?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right, motherfucker.
Well,
I'll find him. I'll probably get shot, but I will do so with pride.
Well, just
I'll be
make sure.
waving a DZ flag.
Well, just make sure I see that flag before the shots start popping off.
Yeah,
I'll know it's
it'll
you.
be Hunter Orange, bro. Listen, I'll change the yellow to Hunter Orange. You know, we'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
now Zenit says that she already found you, but I'm gonna have to call bluff on that because
Found who, Jolly?
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say she wouldn't have to look for me if she has all my info.
I'm really not that hard to find if anybody really, put effort into it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't hid a whole lot from. Well, I hide shit from the general public, but like the DZ, I trust you fucking cocksuckers, so.
Well, and ditto, so.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't,
Yeah.
what happens in the DZ stays. The DZ is my foray into the internet. It's my fucking safe space.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my parents and my brothers and sisters and stuff of the internet. So it's my sacred place. That may be gay, but I don't care what you faggots say.
Well, I mean, it is gay, but we're all kind of gay in the DZ.
Well, I mean, that entirely depends on your definition of gay, but
Yeah.
because if you consider, if it's gay to assert dominance, then yeah, but
well.
Now, if we're talking extraterrestrial species with no reproductive organs, I'm gay as fuck. I will dominate.
That's right.
That's right. Get down, you skinny fuck.
Man, it's only gay if it
What's
comes
up?
on you like it.
Listen, if I'm your only hope, you are already fucked. I hate to tell you, but
and I'm not much better, Alyssa.
I say it all the time. Don't listen to anything I say. If you do, you're doomed already. Like if it's anything more than like laughter, like if you're taking anything that comes out of my mouth as anything beyond just humor, or as jokes or failed jokes, most often. But like the idea of comedy, if it's like real thoughts, or real ideas, or like advice, start a Minecraft account and kill yourself in it.
Yep. Yeah, most people don't want my advice because, well, I'm an asshole.
Well, I mean, to be fair, some people do want that advice. But, listen, I like your advice, bro. And you've never been anything short of an asshole to me. And you know what I mean? But you're not like not an overt asshole. You're just
right.
you. And people appreciate that. Me included. You know what I mean? So authenticity is something that's very, very much lacking in this world. In current year. Both on the internet and in real life. You know what I mean? People do not hold to anything. So the idea of standing by your guns, whatever those fucking may be. You're not alone, but you're
I like Charlie, bro. Phil's fucking straight. Say nigger to your face.
That's
He doesn't
right.
give a shit.
In Jolly's cases, those guns that he's sticking to are probably like, shotguns and Remingtons and hunting rifles.
Well,
And,
let's say that they're all legally acquired and accounted for and lethal
sure,
and numerous.
sure,
Absolutely.
sure. Let's go with that. I mean,
And I would never condone anything illegal and or effective.
Yeah, right.
No, Joel and I have certainly not talked about modifying the death chair to make it even more of a rape machine, a wheelchair.
Of course not. It's not like I have any kind of experience with robotics or anything.
Robotic rape machines. Yeah, I don't have any experience with intricate welding and wiring of rape machines on wheels.
Mhm.
No, that's not Jolly's
No.
job by any
It's
means.
definitely not my area of expertise with, hydraulics that have to deal with over fucking 300 pounds of pressure.
I'm-
Shit.
Yeah, and like what is it,
So
like 60
Sam-
pumps
Sam's
per second,
chair.
or what was it, 120 pumps per minute.
Sam's chair's like a transformer that turns into an exo fuck suit.
Sam pushes a button in his chair, and he turns into the fucking dude from Avatar, except without machine guns. He's got a big fucking cock on the robot. He just he doesn't. He just pushes the button, and he goes from sitting to vertical, and he's got a robot machine that's with which he can opposable thumbs and a giant robot dick.
That's right.
Sam has to wear a fucking roller skate on his dick, dude, just to keep it from dragging on the ground.
That's built, that's we're talking ancient technology, bro. That's built into the machine now. You don't even see the rollerblade anymore.
Let me just put it this way: Darth Vader is gonna shit himself once he sees my suit or whatever.
Luke, oh shit! What the fuck is that?
Holy shit! The Emperor didn't tell me about this. Wow, we have the whole fucking gang together tonight. We have
Fuck yeah.
we have everyone but
Why aren't they all in here?
we have everyone but El Jefe in the chat. So and El Jefe.
Fucking evil Eric is in the chat on a Wednesday night.
Well,
night?
Well, evil Eric is probably like banging some gay.
Oh, so he's
stripper.
not in the chat either. You
Or-
just didn't count him because he's gay. I got you.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think his wife would kill him, bro.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his wife would fucking murder him.
I mean, he's got access to those assault weapons too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the only ones we're missing now is Nacho and no, there's a couple of others in there.
Well, are we including the excise? Because
Sex fully appreciates how Nacho got into the fucking DZ.
Like, he literally just memed himself into it.
isn't Nacho like a younger human being?
Yes.
Yeah, he drank a bottle of fucking piss, bro, on camera to... For me, is, bro.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I did not know that lore.
Stay on.
Nacho's my friend.
Yeah, Morgan died.
Yeah, Morgan died. Oh
real?
yeah, and Spyra.
Wait, are you guys for real? Or are you?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay. Okay.
I've just been running with the meme.
Morgan, bro. Once we came out with the little Morgan monkey, bro, he disappeared. I think it pissed him off.
I've seen Morgan pop in though. I've seen Morgan pop into the DZ since I've been in it.
Well, I mean, I haven't been in there in a while, but all I know
that's
is
true.
after I put that little Morgan monkey on Jolly's dick, it was
Yep.
I've seen Morgan on Facebook. He's got a new chick or a few, and that's like the last I've heard. So.
Oh, there you go. We definitely need to repopulate Canada with some more Chads. So.
Yeah, for real. It's not like they have an.
Well, if you've seen him on Facebook, why don't you message him and tell him?
Hey,
fuckface.
What do you think I've been doing when I'm on there? I'm always like, get in
I
the.
just figure you send everybody pictures of your feet.
No,
I mean, that's what I do, but
no, that's exclusive. That's exclusive to you and to Eliza and Brew. But no, not everyone gets feet pics from me.
So don't you include my Brew, bro? I get those feed pics too. If you're gonna include Brew, you better include me.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'll forward you the feed pics I have.
I know you've got my feed pics. So.
Oh, we've got some. Sammy's quite free. Sammy's quite free with the feed pics. Old Aussie Liza.
well, nobody wants to see mine with a fucking peg leg and a fucked up toenail. So I'm just over here off the side.
You might be able to be a fucking Instagram model with that shit, bro.
Just fucking peg legs everywhere.
Just sticking your peg legs out over like a beach, like a pretty setting. Good ass toes in a peg leg on a railing.
Sticking up from the sand,
life.
yeah.
Hashtag beach life.
Fuck yeah.
You
Salt life.
You get some slutty chick dressed up as a pirate. She's just like, oh, put your peg leg in me, Jolly.
Fuck.
I was just
never
gonna say
walk
I have
over
to
a
go.
card ever.
I mean, I've had a few that I probably could have thrown a leg up in there, but that's just kind of insulting to them.
God damn it! I was just about to say I gotta work again in the morning.
Rip.
And Sammy comes out with, "Hey Charlie, why don't you? How about you stick your peg leg in this bitch or whatever he just said?"
Yeah.
And now I'm invested again. How about you splinter this bitch's pussy, Jolly, with your peg leg?
Well, I'm always down
Is that
for a
what
good
you said,
challenge,
Sam?
but
I'm pretty sure that's what you said, Sam.
Well,
Verbatim.
I'm pretty sure it's like sanded and varnished, so there won't be like and finished, so there won't be.
Wait a minute. You're telling me there's a level of sanding and varnish that can restrain the Jolly Rogers built water that you know from forcing splinters via a leg stump?
Well,
hold on. I'll put it to you this way: they'll only get splinters if they ask for them.
There you go. All right. I pushed it a little far. You're right.
I may or may not have one or two peg legs in my stash, so it's all about what they want. Got to keep them happy.
Well, let me put it this way. I've never seen it happen, but I've been in the other room, and all I can think is, I hope this chick doesn't stab Jala this time with a knife.
Well, let me just tell you.
That only happened twice.
Let me just tell you what the implications of saying that you have one or two you may or may not have one or two peg legs around, to me, says you either have one missing leg with a peg on it, or two missing legs with pegs, or a missing leg and a missing dick, both with replaceable pegs, or replaced pegs. Hmm.
Well,
That
that
was funny
depends.
in my head. I'm sorry.
That depends entirely on your definition of pegging.
Oh shit, dude.
I think this is the best. I think this is the.
This is the best. This is the best stream you've ever done, Sam.
I think this is the best. I think this is the
I thought
best.
Peg was your girlfriend, bro.
What, Johnny?
I said I thought Peg was your girlfriend.
No, not anymore.
I'm more through that bitch's curve.
That's right. Some of them can't handle it.
This is the best post-debate show ever. We've been talking aliens, and we've been talking whether or not aliens have dicks, pegging, pirates, and shit.
The philosophy of aliens fucking monkeys versus monkeys fucking aliens, leading to our. I mean, I think that's the most deeply philosophical question of the evening.
Exactly, but
I mean,
I have a pretty
assuming one of the two
happened.
happened.
Do you guys think that Owen's ever gotten pegged by Amy?
Nah. Maybe.
I mean,
maybe, but I think he's too shameful for that, man.
Getting fucked.
I think
by
he has too much
big
shame.
Too much shame. He loves.
I mean,
well, right.
on.
He does that on the internet. I think he holds a face with Amy, which is why I pretended to give her some credit, play devil's advocate last night, because I mean I don't think so.
By Amy, he would just sneak out in the middle of the night and fuck dudes.
Yes, yeah, I was about to hit you with that exact fucking thing, because I think Owen would probably consider it too gay to be getting pegged by a woman, so he would just rather go out and he would rather just go out and get fucked in the ass by a man, you know.
Well, do a straight double and keep it a secret, exactly. Shame.
Mm-hmm.
For wife to fuck me.
Well, keep in mind, guys, that Owen also said recently in a stream that getting a blowjob from your girlfriend is too gay. So
I mean, he said all.
Oh my God! That's just because it technically falls under the label of sodomy.
Yeah,
I mean, technically, it reminds me of Mother Farfaro and that baseball mitt.
Yeah.
Bad.
And we all know that baseball mitts are just like the calluses of a man's hands, so you know.
I just wanted somebody to play catch with me.
Oh, I'll bet.
I was a kid, and all the kids told me that jerking off together was new, and I thought they'd give me a lot of friends. I mean, I was like the most popular kid in high school.
We just got to figure out who's pitching and who's catching.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I mean...
God, I miss those fucking 8-hour hate streams, man.
They were beautiful.
They were.
I know. I remember we would have people go to bed, and then we would literally have the same people wake back up and be like, "Wow, you guys are still awake?"
Yeah, every fucking night.
What's wrong with you, motherfucker?
Nope.
It,
Oh, fuck. God, that was fun.
It was fucking glorious. And then,
Speaking of old streams, you remember that stream where that douchebag cunt Kristen was on? It sounded like she was stirring macaroni and fucking cheese in her pocket.
Yeah, I remember the exact one you're talking about.
Okay.
Yogurt hands.
So I heard that song, WAP song, the other day. Dude,
Oh
it's a
yeah.
song called Wet Ass Pussy, and she talks about stirring macaroni fucking cheese. I just laugh
Oh.
and laugh.
hmm
That's when you know the DC has made it big, when we've actually inadvertently become part of pop culture.
Right?
I want my royalties, you fucking whore.
Yeah, well, have you seen the? I think actually she's the one who interviewed Joe Biden like a few months ago, and
Oh yeah.
like Opie and Anthony and all those guys were just had a field day with like mocking it. So
Dude, she's an absolute fucking joke of a fucking human being.
oh yeah,
Like not even like politically, but like as a human being, she's a fucking joke.
hmm
yeah.
A hilarious human being.
Well,
All
as
right. She's more closer to a monkey than a human being, probably. So like one of those.
Anatomically speaking.
Yeah, I mean it's like one of those like Central American monkeys, though.
one, one of those Mesoamericans.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Hispanic monkey. Dude, I know they got monkeys down there,
fuck.
bro, because they got the circus down there. I had a Mexican
Fuck
once
yeah, they
tell me
do.
that he hit a circus monkey with a rock, dude, and killed it. He said that monkey's last words was beep beep.
You know what though, I've got to be honest, I think I've met monkeys who are more human than Cardi B though. So
Oh, I guarantee you there are monkeys more human than Cardi B because Coco existed.
oh yeah.
And at least Coco loved kitten.
That's right. Love kittens and Robin Williams.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the American way. If you think about it.
But
Gorilla or not. See, this is my argument against like just widespread racism. You know, you can't just paint them all with the same brush, bro. Sometimes gorillas like kittens and Robin Williams. They're not all the same. Just because they look the same, they can.
Fuck.
You can extrapolate some values from there sometimes, man. It's worth fighting
Apex's
for.
fucking response to any black person on the street. But do you know sign language?
oh shit.
Oh, god damn it.
How many kittens you got, bro? What's your favorite Robin Williams stand-up? Live on Broadway? All right, we cool.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit, dude. Oh, my God. This is, Sam, I'm not going to lie to you. This is the most fun I've ever had on your show.
Oh, yeah.
This is the funnest I've had in years.
Yeah, I know, and I miss all this shit. You guys used to do this shit all the time. Right before I joined.
Yeah, it pretty much was.
Yeah.
And we're all getting canceled tomorrow for it, so enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Let's fucking soak it up. Bruce Diddy fucking copy his shit. Andy's random edits who's probably not in here.
Why do
soak it up. Copy, paste.
Why do you think I'm recording this stream to my hard drive manually right now?
Send that shit.
Let's fucking go.
Be a carrier pigeon.
Hell,
I want to remember this when I die. Play it at my funeral. Tomorrow.
The fucking crazy thing is this is even the worst podcast on any of the podcast platforms compared to like
Oh, that's-
Cumtown or anything. This is
No, not even
Definitely
close.
not.
Dude, we need a fucking Eric Zimmer John Neri rematch. That's what we fucking need.
Fuck yeah.
That's
But
what we need.
that is all I ever. Well, that's not all I've ever wanted, but I mean it's in the top 5.
I want Eric Nimmer to come back and tell the truth and just be like, Owen put me up to all of it. He put me up to all of it. He did it. He touched me, fucked me, and then he paid me. Just tell the
Oh,
truth.
Oh.
Don't have
oh, oh, Johnny. So what do you think of that? And this goes for you too, Apex. What do you think of that Keurig or the Kurgan guy on the AMA?
the Kurgan is
I didn't
a
watch
faggot.
it. I didn't
The
watch it.
Kurgan is absolute
busy.
fucking faggot. The
Of course
Kurgan,
he is.
bro, I'll put it to you this way. It went the same way with the Kurgan as it went with fucking everyone else. We were fucking right.
Yeah.
That's how it went. You were fucking right and he was fucking wrong. And his big dumb fuck 150 IQ bullshit. They can't even debate fucking Dyer over Christianity. Like, did you see that debate? It was absolutely pathetic. The Kurgan versus Jay Dyer. Watch it if you haven't seen it. The Kurgan gets blown the fuck out.
Yeah. Well, he's
150 IQ. I'll tell you what he is. He's a fucking Warhammer nerd. I mean, he might not even play Warhammer. I barely even know what the fuck Warhammer is. But I know the type of people that play that shit, and they're fucking nerds. The guy is friends with
yeah.
Vox. Now, Vox, again, I'll tell you, and I've said before, Vox isn't all that bad. He's not Owen levels of fucking insane. Vox is he's a scammy motherfucker, but he's not Owen crazy. But he's
Yeah,
like
Vox
this
is-
waspy fucking nerd.
Left to his own.
He's-
Yeah. To his own devices.
He's a comic book store guy in The Simpsons. That's who Vox
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Vox
that's
is just
what
an
he is.
opportunist, really. And
He's
God,
literally comic book guy from The Simpsons.
God
Yeah.
fucking
And the
damn it, I'm
Kurgan
out of
is
this.
like-
I'm out of whiskey. God damn.
Yeah, Kurgan is like Vox's
Oh,
pal
show's over. Good night, guys. Thank you.
years ago, and it's like slowly trying to weasel fame out of fucking Vox.
well,
I'll tell you, dude. I went to that subreddit today, dude. Like, I never go to the Reddit anymore. But I went to that fucking Reddit today, dude, and I saw this picture of this woman sucking on a fucking dick, and then it was his head. Oh my god, it was hilarious. If you guys haven't seen that fucking picture,
No,
Dude,
Oh
the
my
memes are
God.
next level.
hilarious.
The memes are next level.
Oh
I
man,
mean, they
Memes
were
are
always
always next
next
level.
Yeah, then exactly. They were always next level, but they have continued. I was actually asked recently, and I did not feel qualified to answer, but I was asked by I don't even want to say, but it was in a separate Discord, whether or not the danger zone, whether or not I felt the DZ got enough credit by the Reddit for all of the groundwork laid, both in the meme realm and the exposing of Owen. And my honest answer was danger zone sign. That's all I did. I just threw up the fucking the caution thing.
No, I can already tell you the answer is probably no, but
Well, no, but
There
and then I thought about it after I posted that, and I was like, I think the honest answer is they don't give a fuck. None of them care.
yeah, that's true.
And that's the point. They did their damage, and that's what makes them fucking legends. They don't care. They're not out here looking for, like, hey, that we did this first, motherfuckers. The fact that people
man,
still
we
recognize
hated
him,
Owen before it was cool to hate Owen, man.
goddamn fucking right, man.
Yeah.
No, but like, I mean, me included. I mean, the fact that I am included in that aura of Owen lore And again, it's like a third party removed Discord. Maybe not that far, but
And you still missed a fucking year of that shit, bro.
Yeah.
well, right, exactly. I'm the bastard child of both the Danger Zone and the Gamma Secret King subreddit. I've been on Reddit for a total of like 5 minutes in my life, especially the Owen shit. And I did that solely to prep for the shows that I've done with Scorpio.
That's just because Reddit is cancer.
Yeah, basically. I don't really have much to. I mean, I didn't do it in the first place. I made my shitty Owen videos because just based solely on my observations of his videos, and I felt like that's why it was appealing. And I mean, I was authentic. I wasn't going looking for people. Hey, come and watch my shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to it was fun. I wanted to help shine the light, man. The worst I could be accused of was clout chasing Johnny Arcade, which they wasn't even that. I was just trying to magnify.
Yeah.
I always tag that nigga.
I mean, fuck, the most famous meme that I ever made didn't even have anything to do with Owen.
Which one's that?
I remember very specifically, it was like fucking 2 years ago, I made a random ass, whenever fucking, what's his face, Mundane Matt was still relevant, and everyone was making fun of him, for no fucking reason. I made a,
I went on that show recently.
Do you remember the thumbs from fucking Spy Kids?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Literally all I did was slap fucking Matt's face on a thumb. And that's it. That's all I did. And it just fucking took off. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is awesome.
Man.
Dopamine.
Thought you were going to say the fucking washing out your sex toy meme.
No, unfortunately, I didn't actually make that one. I just stole it, so I can't take the credits.
That was a pretty good fucking meme.
Yeah, it's incredibly fucked up, but it's pretty funny.
That meme requires multiple warnings.
Oh, yes. Like every warning you can fucking put on.
Yeah, that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, if there is an afterlife, that's definitely something I'm going to answer for. Like why we're even looking at that? Why we're even looking at that meme? And I'm going to say, Jolly posted it, and I just couldn't look away.
Yeah, I've had some pretty big doozies in the bilge.
Call it a pirate curse, Sam. You know, in this woke day and age, you might just get away with it.
I get a fucking good chuckle when people call Vox Teddy Spaghetti, bro.
Yep.
That shit still makes me fucking laugh.
Dude, that one's yours. Yeah, that's for sure. I remember that vividly.
Yep, I remember that day.
Me too.
The fact that actually went mainstream is pretty fucking hilarious.
Not just
dude,
mainstream,
that motherfucker
it literally defines the
dude.
man. It defines the man in this realm.
Shut his chat off because of it. Nobody was allowed to say Teddy or spaghetti in his chat, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Remember when, dude? Do you remember when Owen fucking actually said it for the first time and laughed, like he giggled about it?
Yeah,
because it was funny.
Oh yeah. Man, Owen's whole life would have been different if he hadn't said mine and Gabe's name.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's a fair point. Now that's the one thing. That's actually the reason I kind of the main thought that was sparked in my head when I was asked the question whether or not the DZ gets enough credit. It wasn't that like, well, do they get enough credit? It was like, would any of this be where it's at if things, I mean, again, as you know, the two names weren't read out on stream and accused egregiously of a fucking federal crime.
What I
and
think
then
here's
and then the subsequent actions thereafter. Like I think it's
Yeah.
pretty safe to say that it wouldn't be anywhere near where it is now, but the trajectory was just like the timeline was jumped probably a couple of years. If he would have been, if you would have subtracted all of that and he just went on his own way, he would have done the same shit. It would have just taken way fucking longer, and he probably would have done the same thing he did to the two parties, and we've mentioned, for a different reason, somewhere maybe fucking a month later, or 6 months, or a year later, or 2 years later. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's all inevitable. I have this theory that all e-celebs are locals that just don't fucking know it yet, or haven't accepted it yet. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Everyone that goes that route, dude, they're doomed to follow the same pattern. But go ahead, bud.
Yeah. They're all narcissists is what it
I feel
is.
like
And they don't even fucking realize it.
his fear of us defined him for about 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
at
was
least
hilarious because we never really fucking did anything.
Yeah, he's like, man, I thought people were fucking coming for me, and it's like, chill the fuck out, dude.
That's funny. That's what's the funniest part about it, though, is you guys shook him so hard in the beginning with the Nimmer shit that when you guys finally backed off and nobody was really engaging, and these gummies came in and somebody dropped a name in the chat, he used the opportunity to be like, yeah, the boogeymen, those bad men, that mean, you know what, this guy, he was so mean. This guy, he was so mean to everybody.
Bro,
he was a bully. Let's talk about you, Johnny.
It was a fucking real learning experience, dude, to just watch people fucking, to see something like that happen and watch people just turn on you and go, hey, dude, it is
bananas.
Yeah, it was the epitome of mob mentality. It really was, and that was a massive fucking eye opener for pretty much everybody in the DZ.
Well,
and that and the Nimmer shit prior to that, like, because initially Owen, dude, like, he won the rhetoric battle with the Nimmer shit because he had so many people watching him versus us. Like, there was no way we could get the fucking word out about Nimmer with all of them saying, oh, well, they're the fucking bad bears. It's like, well, whatever. But, like, and then, so, like, that's why we quit before, because, like, this is a losing battle. We're just running in circles. And, like, we all in DZ back then, it was, like, 10 of us on a call at a time every day, like, discussing this shit all day long. And it came, like I said, it came to a point where it's like, we just gotta stop and fucking move on and do other shit.
Yeah.
And when that shit happened, dude, like, I had the memory in my head of Owen winning this rhetoric battle with Nimmer and being like, oh, fuck, dude, I can't have this guy putting this lie out now. And I don't have a voice to go up against him. That's fucking insane. So, I mean, as much as I dislike Mersh, that's the one thing I can give that guy credit for, is having everybody in DZ's back on. Because him and Porcelain, dude, were really the goddamn saviors moment at that juncture.
Well, I mean, Porcelain was, up until Mersh said that he loved Owen, but that's a whole other ball of wax.
But here's the thing, though. I can't hold that against Mersh. Mersh never had any drama with Owen like we had. He didn't fight Owen for a fucking year about lies. He didn't have Owen, like, flat out fucking say that he tried to murder his children.
Yeah.
None of that shit happened.
Well,
there was an open line of communication between Mersh and Owen. But Owen, you try being me and try to get Owen to talk to you. It just it doesn't fucking happen.
Well, to be fair though, and this is why I have a beef with Mersh kind of. I think that Murch would have had problems with Owen if he hadn't been able to throw Alan under the bus with the whole driving to his house, because Murch did not realize that was a troll. So he was kind of able, from where I sit, literally he was kind of able to throw Alan under the bus and get Owen off.
He's throwing all kinds of people under the bus. But again, I mean, like I said, as much as I don't like him, that shit, at the moment that we really fucking needed that push
Right.
of a large creator or a larger creator at that time than we were, to be like, yo, 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 and call him on his shit.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that really blew up a show. I remember, dude, when I first tuned into that show, dude, there was like 30 people watching.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking that wave.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the moral of our story is much simpler than people make it out to be. All it is just don't piss off a bunch of autists on the internet.
Basically.
That's about it.
Basically.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's just something Mr. Mediker pointed out about Baked Alaska a few years back, and became relevant again when that Kill All Pedos channel took Mr. Mediker's clips. And I don't know if Johnny, either of you have seen that, or Johnny or Jolly, but somebody made a video about Ethan Ralph by Mr. Mediker, but they just took Mr. Mediker's clips and like clipped it together. It's so fucking well done. It sounds like a Mr. Mediker video. But God damn it, what was my point for bringing that up? I'm so stoned. I'm sorry, guys.
Something.
Watch that. That's
something
go
tied.
ahead.
What you were going to try? I think you were going to try and like tie that to Owen or the DZ saga somehow.
Yeah, no, I mean there was a loose point, or I mean it wasn't even loose. It was a solid connection. I just don't remember what it was because again I'm really stoned and there's 4 kittens at my feet. Ouch, chewing on my toes, and I'm stoned. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but
I got a question for you.
What?
If humans came from aliens and monkeys, where the fuck did kittens come from?
I think cats were a fucking. They may have been the aliens, bro. Cats may have fucked us 100,000 years ago, or we fucked them, and we've been their slaves ever since. Because
that would explain the modern day obsession with cat girls.
Not even modern, bro. Look at the shit. Look at the shit carved into fucking 10,000-20,000 year old cave paintings.
Yeah, fucking Egyptians were just weebs. Changed my mind.
They were white people. Listen, Egyptians are white people. But white people are obsessed with cats, and cats have a fucking some sort of weird mental connection over white people. So the real white power is in cats, feline form. Going back to Egypt, that's fact. It's science. Fuck you guys. Mic drop. I'm out.
So what you're telling me is Egypt's construction company employed a bunch of niggers to build the pyramids?
Yes.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything of the sort.
Well,
if anything, a bunch of cats. If anything, a bunch of fucking cat aliens enslaved a bunch of niggers to build the pyramids.
I was gonna say employ might be not the right word there, but
I said enslaved, right? Yeah, okay, good.
I mean,
Because that's the right word.
I mean, I could pay you in bread and water.
I think, no, man. I think, an honest, like all jokes aside, I don't think the pyramids were built by the Egyptians, and I don't think a lot of that shit was. I think we built on top of some shit that nobody knows nothing about.
if if we're going to dig into the entirety of human history, I think the human race is a lot fucking older than what people realize. But
That's what
that's
I
my
was
opinion.
arguing earlier, and Johnny came back with me like, so are you saying that aliens came down and fucked a bunch of monkeys? Or, and I'm like, well, no, that's not what I said, but let's roll with that.
Well, if we want to get into random ass fucking origin theories, I mean, I'm on board, but I don't have enough alcohol to really get on board. But we can fucking get in there.
I mean, I definitely can't because I have to work in like 6
Origin
hours.
stories, dude. I'm going
Oh,
with
shit.
space jizz. I'm
Well,
going
see,
with space jizz.
I think the most plausible one isn't that we were fucked by aliens. I think the most plausible one would be that we were the aliens and that we've just fucking degraded ourselves to the point where we've forgotten it. And that the seed colony, would be the Atlantis legend that is prevalent in every single civilization ever, be it Hyperborea or Atlantis.
I was mentioning this before you came on to Johnny. I'm sure you're then familiar with some of the construction, well, like some of the stonework that like can't really. That it's not. There's like a straight cut up a 40-foot wall that appears to be done with a circular saw. But it's also 10,000 years, or 6,000, supposedly 6,000+ years old, and it's just a straight cut, not a straight line, but it's a fucking like a hand cut line up. I mean, there's tons of this shit, or holes cut through granite, things that just can't necessarily. I mean, there's tons of evidence of. It doesn't make sense. None of it adds up, and there's the historians and the geologists.
Bro, I've seen a Panamanian cut a fucking hole in a countertop for a sink with a machete. So, like,
that's fine, man. But we're talking. We're talking fucking 20-foot of granite
to skin a cat, and we only know 3 of them.
Bro, like we can't listen. The way the pyramids, if we're going to talk the Great Pyramids of Egypt, the way that they're laid out, I don't know what you call that, like according to the compass, north, south.
Like
the Sphinx,
White House shit, and then there's like a fucking spaceship buried under the White House.
No.
Right, dude. You can see the Sphinx dick.
Listen, 12,000 years ago or 12,500 years ago, the Leo constellation was rising in accordance with, I mean, if you trace this shit back astronomically, which they can do with magical science, it correlates pretty wildly. I mean, it is just a theory, but like the lion that's, weathering around it shows it's been there for way fucking longer than the pyramid, tens of thousands of years, back when it was flooded. I mean, it was underwater and under heavy rain. All the weathering around it, I mean, it proves that geologically.
You believe in mud flood?
No. I'm saying, you go back 12, I don't remember the exact number. It's like 12,000 something years ago. The constellation of Leo would have been rising at a point where the pyramids would have lined up at the same point in the sky. That like it all makes sense. Like as far as like an astronomical calendar, if people in the future could extrapolate backwards and go, well, shit, that looks like a lion in the sky. Where would that have been? Oh shit, that's a big fucking lion over there. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's again, I'm really fucking stoned, and I'm it's not a very good breakdown of this, but. It's very easily researched. If you, Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson, I think.
It's also the same discussion about Stonehenge, because Stonehenge is supposedly laid out in perfect astronomical order with different constellations and the rotation of them around the Earth, but they also forget to mention the fact that Stonehenge was rearranged right after its discovery. So
right. Well, but the Sphinx.
It was also rearranged right after the movie European Vacation.
Right, but we're also
Mhm.
the Sphinx and the pyramids are you know, potentially some of the greatest wonders of the world. You know, and they're highly
Oh yeah.
protected, and
Mhm.
the professionals who oversee them are that Fareed Zahabi or whatever that fucking dude's name is. That's been,
Yeah.
you know, minister of archaeology in Egypt for the last 20 something years. He's a piece of fucking garbage.
Well.
But no, like again, if you look in the weathering around the Sphinx correlates to a time between 10 and 20,000 years ago of where the shit was full of water. And again, if you just move the sky backwards, which it's not hard to do. I mean, it shouldn't be anyway. It's all models, and they did the same thing with global warming back with an Inconvenient Truth. We're supposed to be underwater by now. So, you know,
Dude, Joe
models are
Biden
worth
said
it.
today we got 8 years, bro. 8 fucking years.
Oh, dude. You know what? In that case, fuck the voting booths. Get your ARs out, boys.
Yep.
Get your
Yeah,
tiny birds out on your shoulders and let's fucking go.
Oh, but
that's also ignoring the fact that we've been coming down off the ass end of an ice age for the last 1 to 2 centuries. So, you know, it's almost like this shit's happening naturally, but
Oh yeah, no, it absolutely is, and that's another thing. It's all fucking you know, the here and the now. Nobody. You know,
oh yeah.
I was mentioning earlier about my mother and how she's lost her goddamn fucking mind, and she's ready to disown the only child that she hasn't disowned, and or isn't fucking dead. And all over this political bullshit. And one of the things we talk about.
Snowflake.
Excuse me?
I said your mom sounds like a snowflake.
Oh, I was gonna reach through the phone and try to box you, man. Yeah, no, my mom is absolutely a motherfucking snowflake. That's why I at this point I mean I don't, you know, my dad refuses to talk to me because he abandoned me for the first 15 years of my life, and now I don't call him every time I get a chance, so it's not worth his time when I do. My mother calls me a fucking Nazi and whatever else. My youngest siblings, all of my youngest siblings are dead. So,
well, in my opinion, you know, there's plenty of worse things you can be called than a Nazi, but
no doubt, as we were discussing before you joined, actually, was Hitler really that bad? And you know, we landed somewhere on the probably not. Probably not.
Well, I don't think I have near enough alcohol in me to have this discussion over the internet, but
hey, bro, listen, you don't need any. It's just, you know, there's objective truths.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the vast majority.
And
go ahead.
And people wonder why I can't get monetized on YouTube.
Exactly.
This should for real be a Patreon show. This should for real be a Patreon show. Get the DZ boys.
Yeah. I'd say at least 98% of my personal opinions are unmonetizable.
No, they're monetizable, just not on mainstream platforms, bro. Privately, on Patreon. Sammy already is. We can record the Jolly Rogers special, the Jolly Rogers Racist Hour, where Jolly just comes on.
Now we already got the fucking artwork thanks to Hefe, Jolly Rogers Story Hour.
Exactly. I'll contribute to that shit. Anyway, no, for real though, guys, I've got 5.5 hours to try and sleep, so I'm gonna, as much as I don't want to, because this has been great. This has been really fun. I love you, dudes, and I love you, chat, and I love you, faggots. All one and all. Hopefully I'll talk to you all soon. Sammy, thank you. And good night, everybody.
Oh, you're welcome.
Go get some sleep, fucker.
Yeah, night.
Good night.
Yeah, I'm out of here too because I gotta wake up before him.
Yeah, I think
sounds about right.
I think I better pop. I think I better pop a melatonin there and go to bed. To myself, I was about to say Ambien, but I take melatonin, not Ambien.
Sure, it's not Prozac.
And
Try like 4 shots of Jack Daniels and fat joint, dude.
Hey, I just drank some Jack Daniels. You're right on my page.
Yeah.
that's what I need is some Jack in the house, but we don't. Well, that's why I need Buffalo Trace to sponsor the podcast or something. So
Yeah.
You need to be
Sam?
sponsored by like a CBD company that sells like weed drinks. Fucking high.
yeah,
There you go. See, this is the perfect sign that I'm finally fucking moving up in the world, because not only am I drinking Jack, I'm drinking Gentleman's Jack, but I'm out, so I'm fucked.
that's
I've been out of booze time.
yeah, but I mean, well, I had a beer the other night, but that was it. So
Yeah. Unfortunately, all I have left is Tito's vodka, and I don't know if I'm up for that tonight.
not,
You know, so Tito.
it's not. Yeah, I might save that for another. I might save that for another night. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
Yeah,
You don't want to.
I do love me some Tito's, but yeah, I usually reserve that for. You usually reserve that for when I have some OJ, and I ain't got no fucking Broncos around, so.
It's not like a $8 fucking gallon of tequila.
Right?
But it's close.
Yeah, I've drank fucking $8 for a fucking half-gallon vodka before, because McCormick's used to be a thing. Or not McCormick's, Kamkatchka. That's what it was, Kamkatchka. And I used to be a broke bastard. Oh man, that shit came in plastic fucking half-gallon bottles, and I used to drink the shit out of it.
Yeah.
God, it was awful. Oh yeah.
It all tastes, to me, bro, cheap booze all tastes like gin.
Yeah.
All of it.
You're not wrong. It all tastes fucking awful, just like gin.
You just mop this shit up at the floor of the vodka factory.
Yeah, pretty much. They're wringing out of the fucking mop.
Yeah. All right, boys. I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
It's been real.
yeah. I think we're gonna close out this stream anyway. So, thanks to everyone.
I hope your channel doesn't get taken down, Sammy.
Well,
Oh yeah, same here.
Well, that's why I have backups, and I'm pretty sure that I've actually said much worse stuff on this channel, but they're gonna take it down eventually for something. I know that, so it might be this, it might be something else, but
We'll find out eventually.
yeah, I'll wake up.
And you said the word nigger a lot tonight.
That's true.
Well, that Louis C.K. also said that, and he also, so I think actually the most controversial thing, quote unquote, I might have said was after the whole Me Too thing. I said this doesn't change the fact that Louis C.K. is still a hilarious comedian. And it's not like he Weinsteined anybody.
Yeah, I mean, you did call for another Holocaust, and I mean, maybe that's me, but what happened?
Wait, I cannot confirm nor deny any intentions there, but
I simply said that we need to strike back against ISIS. I didn't call for a Holocaust of. I didn't call for a Holocaust of Muslim people in the Middle East. But if that's the way you want to read it,
well,
it's up to
as has swiftly become my catchphrase once again, I wouldn't exactly call them people.
The Holocaust?
Yeah.
Yes. People. Take the Ilhan Omar route. Some things happen to some people.
You call it you call it a Holocaust? I call it saving America from another war with sand creatures.
Creatures, yeah, that's the word I'd use.
Well, there goes my there go any chance that I have of monetization, but
Yep.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm sure that some fucking Muslims got a bounty on you now too.
they've probably had a bounty on my ass. They're gonna love. they're
take out that Sam Whitfield.
Hey, fucking bring it on, bud. I need to add some more to my armory.
they're gonna love the fact that I've dated some Israeli chicks too in my past. So I'm sure the fact that I've dated Jewesses helps me out too.
What?
I
Yeah, bro. Don't say that so loud, dude.
Yep.
Being friends, man.
I got a taste of falafel. Let's just say.
That's Joe and here. I'll see y'all motherfuckers tomorrow.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Later.
And folks, with that revelation, and with me, yes, I am a falafel lover. Let's just put it that way. And, without further ado, folks, I think that'll conclude this stream. So, thank you to everyone who tuned in and sat through this stream for the last 3 hours. And if you're listening on the audio podcast, even more impressive. Yeah, falafel stuffer, as Johnny puts it. I will be back on Saturday night, 10 p.m., the usual time. And, I don't know what we're even going to talk about then, because we've pretty much covered everything, but I'll think of something. But until then, folks, good night, God bless, God save this great nation, God, freedom, legacy in that order, as Mr. John Neer would say, and I will see you on the next episode of the Whitfield Report then. Until then, folks, that's the podcast, and I am out of here.
Thank you to Chris Franklin for these lyrics. The world has caught a virus, so I've written you a poem. We need your help to cure it, so stay the fuck at home. And if you have got 12 kids or you're living on your own, lock it down and isolate and stay the fuck at home. If you think you're not at risk here, you're living in a dome. It spreads faster than a hooker's leg, so stay the fuck at home. I need the gym, I need the beach, I hear you bitch and moan. You need to grow a brain cell and stay the fuck at home. But I feel fine, I don't feel sick. I'll go out on my own. How thick are you, you selfish prick? Please just stay the fuck at home. From LA through to Berlin, from Wuhan through to Rome, there's people dying every day, so stay the fuck at home. If you need to contact family, use Facebook, Skype, or phone. We've got the fucking internet, so stay the fuck at home. The only way to slow it down is isolate, not roam. Please help the world get back on track and stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Don't you be a fucking dick. Please stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.